So, previously on Tales of Ashion, the Foo Fighters, having vanquished a mighty foe, thus preventing a demonic summoning, decided to spend some of their hard-earned coin. Before they could do so, Feo was approached by a local captain of the Civil Guard and pulled into service. He bid farewell to the party, passing on some of his gold to aid in their adventures. As the Foo Fighters began to discuss what to do next, they noticed an entire plate of bacon was missing. And worse yet, so was the bag of coins. Scandalized by this, Palamides took notice of a swashbuckling kobold hiding under the table, an empty plate of bacon grease in her lap, along with Feo's bag of coin. Unwilling to part with the coins, the kobold, named Camilla, joined the group on the condition that she'd receive additional shiny coins and objects. With introductions complete, Frederick and Branch ventured out on their own across town, finding an apothecary where Branch made the most unusual deal, much to Frederick's chagrin. His tale for increased speed. At the same time, Palamides shopped around finding a local merchant selling single-use magical trinkets. Before long, the merchant was beset upon by strange magic, causing her curios to lash out at any nearby. Pleading for aid, the merchant offered Palamides a trinket of his choice, should he aid her. Agreeing to the terms, he, along with Camilla, sought out the cause, leading them to Branch and Frederick. After a brief discussion with the woman running the apothecary, the Foo Fighters attacked, learning the woman was in fact a hag, which they defeated with ease. Probably a little too easy. Returning to the merchant, though, Palamides received his reward and vowed to find the hag and deal with her once and for all. And that's where we're picking up. You guys are literally standing outside in the middle of the market. You have the woman. She has packed up her belongings, and she is like, peace out. I am getting out of this town and away from any hags. I don't want to deal with it. Palamides, you had previously asked about a jewelry shop. I mentioned there was one down the road.
Well, what do you say, fellas? Shall we go stock up on some hag killing accessories?
I feel like I'm well equipped in all hag fighting memorabilia, thank you. But I don't mind tagging along.
I believe that faith alone shall guide us to victory.
Okay, well, I think my faith is telling me to go to this jewelry shop.
I think I just lost all my faith after hearing that.
Very well, very well. We may go to the jewelry shop, but no more delays afterwards.
Okay.
Let's start working.
All right, so you head off to the store. Let's see. We'll name this place. Oh, I love this one. It's called Just Touched, is the name of the shop.
Oh boy.
Nice.
I can't remember what the name of the glass blowing shop was.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I keep track of
Immaculate blowjobs. I remember.
I mean, maybe you could name it like blow and then job and then have a picture, like a sign.
Yeah, no, that's what it was named in my my module I was running. I wanted to find some place to buy some glasses, so I said you could go to the glass blower shop.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, you show up at the shop, and you enter in. There is a bunch of display cases. Go ahead and anyone that enters in the shop, go ahead and make a perception check for me here.
Sure. Oh no.
18.
That's a natural one.
13 from me whenever that loads.
All right. Well, then.
There we go.
All right. So, Frederick, you and Palamides both and Camilla, actually, the three of you notice that this display cases, they do look to be, like, you can see there's locks on the back of them. They look like they're trying to give a good show that these are valuable items. But you're pretty confident just by a quick glance, all the real valuable stuff is not going to be out here on display. These are probably fake gems, maybe made of glass, or just general, like, cheap pieces of metal to kind of show off the artwork that this merchant can do. But there is a kind of a short, stubby, like a hooked long nose. The guy's nose maybe about three inches off his face. He's a green-skinned goblin with pointy ears that just kind of go straight up, and then halfway up they just loop outward about 6 inches off his head. He's got a pair of spectacles hanging off of his nose, and he looks up at you guys. He only stands just as tall as the countertop, which is about maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall. But he looks up at you and he goes, "Ah, welcome in."
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Well,
Camilla
don't
has
just
her face
stand there.
pressed up against the glass, looking at all the gems.
So he can't even see you, like, at this point. On, like, you two are not tall enough to see each other. So he looks at you, Plam, and he's kind of, I'm assuming you're in the front. And he just goes, "Well, you looking, or you looking to buy, or just browsing? Better not be just browsing."
Looking with
Where does the
intent to buy.
touching part come into play?
Well, if you plan on buying something, then you can touch all you want. And then he kind of disappears a little bit more, like, you can't see him behind the counter. You can see the tops of his, like, friffly, like, grayish hair, like little spikes of it. And he kind of walks around. You can see him on the back end over the corner, and then he comes around the corner, and you finally see him. And Camilla, he sees you for the moment, and he goes, "Oh, hey, get away from the display! Don't put your face on that!"
I sadly take a step back.
And he walks up next to you, and he's probably about your height. Pulls out a rag, and you guys notice he has a not quite a leather apron on, but it, like, the top half appears to be some kind of fine cloth, and then he's got a jeweler's belt on for him. But he takes a cloth out of it and walks up to the glass and starts wiping away wherever you put fingerprints or your face print or anything like that. When he's done, he kind of looks up at you, Branch, and he goes, "Well, are you gonna buy? I mean, what are you looking to buy?"
That would depend. What do you have on offer?
Do you happen to have any antique tales?
Can't think that I do. Maybe.
Rats.
And what was your question, Frederick?
I was asking what he had on offer.
Oh, he just kind of like, "Well, what you see is what you got." And kind of just points. You do see that he has everything from rings of various types and sizes. There are ones that are just simple bands of all kinds of materials, anything from copper to gold, and anywhere in between. He has something that maybe looks like might be platinum. But there are simple, complex designs. He's got pendants and necklaces and all kinds of jewelry. He's got some things that are made like for earrings. He has some kind of, looks like a headdress of sorts on a mannequins that are inside the display cases. He also does have a lot of, like, little looking trinkets. Think of, like, when you go to, like, one of those jewelry shops and you see them display the animal shaped curios. Things kind of like that for it too. But he just kind of goes, "Well, what you see? Is there anything specific you're looking for?"
Do you have anything with the design of Bahamut?
Oh, well, yeah, let me think. He kind of eyes you up and down, and he goes, "What are you looking for? Are you looking to replace your amulet there, or something more? Something more?"
I would be looking for something new. Maybe a ring, perhaps.
"Oh, okay." He goes, "I think I might have something that you'll like." And he kind of motions for you to come, like, walk around to one of the glasses. He kind of points to one of the cabinets. It's about 10 feet in, kind of towards the middle of the building. But he points to it, and he goes, "I'll meet you over there." And then you see him walk back behind the counter.
Alright, I'm just gonna wait for him.
Okay. So he walks over to the corner and you see, like, you hear this scraping noise, like something's dragging on the floor. And then you hear this clunk, and you see him hobble up, and he seems to stand onto a little small step stool. So now his head's above the counter. Just kind of his shoulders too, just high enough where he puts his hands and shoulders up on the countertop for it. And he kind of points down and he goes, anything like these catch your fancy?
I'm gonna like take a ring, and I'm just gonna be like,
Yes, this one seems very nice. I believe I shall purchase it. How much?
He kind of goes, well, that's just a display one. What kind of material are you looking for?
Preferably silver.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for a silver band, are you looking for any kind of design? He tells you the design that's on there. It looks kind of like a shield with a symbol of Bahamut on it. He does have other rings that are in the cabinet too, or on display. There's ones for various different gods, but this one is probably the nicest one for it. As you look at it, go ahead and make a... What would it be? I think it would just be a... What do I want to say it's going to be? Make it just an investigation check.
alright. That is 11.
Okay. Do you have any kind of familiarity with your character on like jewelry or any kind of crafting?
Really not.
No. Okay. So the material doesn't feel or look like silver. It almost looks like a kind of pewter, is what you're assuming. You can definitely tell by picking it up, it's not very valuable. And the design that's there, it's been painted, not like there's no enamel or anything for it. But he does look at you and he goes, okay, silver. He starts asking you questions. What kind of enameling are you looking for? Do you want to have it sized to a specific finger? Whatever the case may be. And he's asking all these questions, and I'll just say you answer them unless you decide you don't want the ring. But after...
Oh, I do want it.
Okay. After about 10 minutes of you guys going back and forth with this, he gives you a quote. He says it'll be 2 gold for a silver ring with the shield symbol and Bahamut's logo on it.
Then it is settled. 2 gold it is.
Okay. He does, when he goes to... Like, he takes your measurements for the ring finger, like whichever finger you want to have it on, and he says, okay, I'll have it. He tells you he'll have it done by the end of the day. He does ask, though, are you interested in any magical enchantments? If you are, it would potentially take much longer.
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
Faith alone shall guide me.
Most excellent, most excellent. All right, well... And he kind of writes out and scribbles down a piece of paper and hands it to you. It's a receipt. And he says, come back tonight, and I'll have it ready for you. He says you'll pay when you come back.
All right.
But after that, he looks at the rest of you and goes, well, anything else for you?
You don't have any tails, but do you happen to have any magical trinkets, talismans, rings of sorts?
Potentially. What is there anything you're looking for specific?
Anything that could perhaps make me more agile.
I might. And he kind of looks you up and down, and then he taps the side of his long nose, and he goes, You've had a problem there, haven't you? I see why you're asking for a tail. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I might have something. He kind of seems to tap his nose again for a moment, and then he goes, one moment. And he hops off this ladder, and he kind of walks back to this like back room, and you see there's these double doors that swing open. And he sticks his head in one, and you hear him yell, Todd! Get out here! Got customers! I need to check something! Get out here! And then about a minute later, he turns to you and he goes, so sorry. He's such a lazy boy. He's my sister's cousin's brother-in-law twice removed. Like, I don't know why I agreed to have him help here.
I relate to. I'm a pretty lazy boy myself.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get along great with him. Don't let him fool you, though. Don't let him fool you. He is as lazy as they come. And then you see after he says that, there's a sniffling little, like, no relationship. You can tell this goblin that you've been talking to is like green skinned. This one is gray skinned. His ears are short and stout. You almost couldn't even, like, they look like human ears. His nose is squished up against his face, and he's got these big burly eyebrows that go like 3 inches off his eyes and then droop down. And he's got this runny nose. And he goes, "What? I was napping." Yeah, get to work. Oh, fine. Who are you? Tug, he's our customer. Help him out already. Oh, yeah, whatever. The little new Tug guy comes out and he goes, "What do you want?" And you see the other goblin you've been working with roll his eyes at you. He goes, "Give me a minute." And you see him walk back in the back of the room. Tug just kind of rubs at his nose. Well, if my uncle's helping you, why am I helping you? Hey, who are you? He kind of shouts at the rest of you in the room.
I'm Branch.
Yeah,
the brains of the bunch.
Yeah, I can tell. Really,
you could say.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, why is your friend down there, sticking their nose against the glass like that?
I believe they like shiny things.
Wow.
Camilla, please, just a step away, please.
I step back, but my tongue is stuck against the glass, so it leaves after I do.
Branch, you watch Tug as his mouth just goes like, he's like, and then his jaw just drops and he goes, "That's disgusting."
I take my sleeve and quickly try to wipe it away.
You just
like I
watch the
wasn't doing that.
smear of saliva across the glass.
Oh god.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna take one step sideways away from
I'm
Camilla.
terribly sorry.
Right. Okay, so Camilla, do you want to do anything else? Like, they're totally not paying attention. I know you're a swashbuckling rogue type. Did you want to do anything specific or try to do anything specific?
Would I be able to tell that these gems are fake?
Go ahead and roll a... What's that? Actually, I won't even have you roll. Actually, go ahead and roll for me. I'll have you do an investigation. The DC is going to be pretty low because you've had at least 10 minutes.
No.
Well, you're close. You had to beat a 5 for perspective.
Dang it.
You were
Yeah, I
close.
kind of figured that.
So you can look at some of them and you're like pretty confident that some of them might be real and some of them may not be, but you're not sure which. The cabinet you're looking at, like, there's a way to walk behind the cabinet right next to you. And the lock doesn't look very secure. It looks pretty flimsy. So if you wanted to try and sneak behind and maybe open the lock and steal something, you can certainly try.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and make
I
a
will.
stealth check for me here.
Oh boy, a double 3.
Ooh, a double 3. Okay. Let me see if they even notice.
Please perceive worse than an 8.
You are lucky. They got lower than an 8.
Oh my god.
They don't even notice you. Okay, go ahead and make a... what would it be? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Sleight of hand check as you're trying to pick the lock.
Yay, 24.
Yo.
All right, you walk up, pull out your lock picking tools. You're pretty sure no one's seen you, and you're like, I don't even need my lock picks. You just reach out, take a fingernail, and then push the lock in, and then slide the bolt, and it unlocks. If you want to try and steal something, I will say you go ahead and steal. How many are you looking to do? There's probably like 25 items in this cabinet.
Hmm. I'll take 3.
3? Okay. So we'll write down that you take 3 items. And then I will have you roll for them in just a moment. So go ahead and roll a 3 d20s.
A 9, a 13, and an 8.
Okay. I'll get you the descriptions of what you steal for the 3 rings, but you initially inspect them as you kind of walk around back around the corner before they might spot you. You think one of them could be really valuable, maybe as much as 10 gold. Realistically, it's probably worth about 10 silver. The other 2, you realize that one of the gems is just a piece of glass that's been painted. You quite literally rub your finger over it and the paint rubs off. The other one is just a silver ring, but you kind of scratch your finger across it, and you can see that it's pewter with a thin layer of silver on top. The 3 rings in total are probably worth maybe about 2 gold. I think you might be able to pawn them off for more than they're actually worth too.
Heck yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. I will get you some ring descriptions a little bit later. Don't let me forget about it. Value-wise, ring number 1 we'll say is 10 silver. Ring number 2, I will say is 13 silver. And then ring number 3 is going to be, we'll say 6 silver. All right,
My word grows.
All right, Branch, and then you said you wanted to ring something with your dexterity, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So he comes back out. He says he doesn't have anything of incredible value that could do it. He says he's heard of rings that are like rings of evasion, which is probably not something he's going to have. He says he could probably have one made, like the physical ring. The enchantment alone would be expensive, but he could have it done. He tells you it would take him probably a month to get the ring made and then the magical properties put into it for a ring of evasion. He does bring out a selection of 4 rings, and he does show them to you. He says for the first ring, starting on the left, it has a small little emerald inside of it, super tiny. Like, I mean, I can't even say like maybe like 2 millimeters across. You know, like you pick it up and it's like almost like a little bit bigger than a speck of sand. You're like, okay. But he says it's a ring of dexterity. It'll add +1 to your dexterity modifier for that ring. The other ring he has, the next one in the line, is a ruby. He says it won't add to your dexterity, but it will give you a 1 use or once per day use for increasing your chance at succeeding a dexterity save. So it's once with advantage on a dexterity saving roll. The third ring he shows you was just another +1 dexterity, and then the fourth one, he says it's not a dexterity ring, but it is hopefully something that would be helpful for you. It gives you a +1 once per day on any saving throw of your choice.
I think I will buy the second ring.
Okay. So the second ring was the advantage on the dexterity saving throws once per day.
Yes.
Okay. So let me write that down. So I know which one you buy.
I would also like to buy your shiniest gem available.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and he goes, really? Well, that could be quite expensive. How much are you willing to pay?
Well, how shiny is it?
Oh. He kind of looks you up and down and he goes, shiny enough for you.
Are you racially profiling me right now?
Oh, no. Why would I be doing something like that? You're a paying customer. No. He goes, no offense,
God.
my good sir, but something tells me you're not looking for the exact, what's the term I would use to find clarity and dazzling spectacle.
You know what? Forget I asked. You probably don't have anything that shiny here anyways.
Oh, you wound me, sir. Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize you were so easily offended. Well, then, I mean, I have, and he kind of looks around for a moment, lowers his voice. Some stuff that may not necessarily be legal, if you know what I mean.
Now you're speaking my language.
Okay. And he kind of looks around and he goes, hey, Tug! What? Go lock the door. We got a real customer in here. Tug goes, why can't you do it? Hey! I said go lock that door! Rubs at his nose again and he goes, fine. And you see this goblin just kind of like, just sigh, that teenage kind of sigh, like, I don't want to deal with this kind of shit. Walks up and locks the door. And the goblin you've been working with, he kind of goes, all right. One moment. He takes the other 3 rings, goes into the back. He comes out with a chest. It's about a 2 foot wide, about a foot deep chest. Pulls out a set of rings. Go ahead and make a perception check, Branch, on it. See if you notice where he pulls the rings from.
And that is a 10.
10, okay. He is not subtle about it. He rolled a 1 to be stealthy with it. You quite literally see him. He kind of pulls back a sleeve and just pulls a keychain right off his forearm. Like, he's not even hiding it. And puts it into the lock. Opens the lock. Puts it right back onto his forearm. Again, no subtlety whatsoever. He's just like, whatever. But he pops it open and turns the chest to you. And inside, you can see there's a velvet display case on which there are 3 gems. One of them is a blue-colored gem. I don't even know what a blue-colored gem would look like for this type. But I will make up some gems here in a moment for it so we have an idea. There's a blue one, a red one. That's like a deep burgundy red. And then the last one is a really deep forest green color. It sparkles, like they all sparkle internally, but this one just kind of, like, the green one catches your eye for sure.
See, I knew you were hiding something.
Wow. They're not things I share with all of my customers, if you know what I mean.
Hey, perchance, do you happen to know any hags in the area as well?
Hags? What?
I'm getting I'm getting a little deja vu right now, actually.
Why? No? Why do you think I would know hags?
Well, forget it. Forget I asked. Never mind.
Okay.
So, how much for that pretty little green one right there?
He goes, this one catched your eye, did it? This is and kind of looks around. You lower, like, there's no one else in the shop but you guys, but he definitely kind of lowers his voice a little bit, and he goes, well, this one was taken from The mayor's wife. Don't tell her that we have it. We're not supposed to. It was stolen 3 moons ago. It'll cost you 700 gold.
700.
Yeah, so the gem for the size is about the size. It's like almost like pigeon egg size, so it's pretty big. But when you say 700, he goes, "Yeah, look at the quality. You're not gonna find this anywhere else. Plus, unless you plan on ratting this out to the guard, you're not gonna be able to sell it. I'm not gonna be able to sell it here. This is one of my crown jewels, as you can see. Pardon the pun."
I see.
Where's the crown then?
Well, here. And he kind of points to it. And you can vaguely tell the way they're set up. It kind of is in like a crude U shape. And you're like, okay.
Weirdo.
How about I'll do 600 gold. Okay, and wait, hold on. I'll throw in this fuzzy pink slipper.
Not the fuzzy pink slipper.
The fuzzy pink
He
slipper.
kind of just looks at you for a moment, and you can see there's a look of disappointment on his face. And he just slowly closes the lid. And he goes, "I was expecting a real customer. Clearly, you're
Wait.
not it." And he slowly
Okay.
starts to pull away the chest.
Okay. No. Fine, I'll do the 700.
Excellent. And he goes, "Well, gold first. Put it on the table." And he kind of slaps the countertop. Mind you, he's just like standing on the stool. So again, his shoulders are on like at the edge, so he can put like his elbows up. And you can just see the top of his head above. But he's like slapping his hand on top of the countertop. "Gold, put her down."
From behind Branch, I'm just going to glare at him and just be like, I hope you don't try anything here, because I'm real tired of people trying things today.
I slowly count out 700 different pieces one at a time
Okay.
onto the counter.
So the goblin
It's
kind
all
of
copper.
taps his foot after a while, and he's like, he's counting with you. Like, you can tell he's getting annoyed by this. But after you guys finally do, he hands you pushes the emerald across the counter, and he takes your gold, and he goes, "Thank you for doing business." And he closes the lid, and then he goes, "Well, see, you guys might be in the work, but if you do need work at some point, or you find something you want to sell that's valuable like this, some gems, some gold, you know where to come. Come here. Just make sure he's not around." And he points to Tug. "He's not going to get you a deal. I will."
Branch, don't you have like a shit ton of gems from that house that we beat the Banshee in?
I don't think so. I think I let someone else take them off. I
Wow.
remember. I can't remember.
Gems.
Well, then I do not know
have
who has the
that.
gems.
Yeah.
I don't think I took them.
Well, so he'll if you guys have the gems, he'll buy them off you.
I just have in my notes here from like a month ago now. We beat a Banshee and Wraith out of the house, and Branch got 2k in gems.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I think we just converted that to gold.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah.
guys could sell them to him. He's like,
For lore reasons.
yeah. So you sell them to him. He's fine with it. You clearly determined that he's okay with buying things under the table. But yeah.
I want to ask about those dexterity rings.
Sure. What do you want to ask him?
Well, out of game, how exactly do they work?
Okay, so hold on 1 second. So Branch, he sells you an emerald. It's worth he sold it to you for 700 gold. You're not sure it's worth that much. It could be more, it could be less. But I'll get you, he calls it a specific name, and I'll get you the name for it because it's a unique item.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so Branch bought that one. There are 3 other rings that he has. One is a +1 to your dex modifier. The other one is +1 to any saving throw once per day. And then Branch had the once per day advantage on a dex save, and the other one, shoot, I didn't write it down. It was a. Do you remember what it was,
I think
Branch?
rings. I want to say 1 and 3 were the same thing, where it was just the bottom
Yeah.
dex.
Yeah, I think so.
So
you're right.
if
It was because it
dex-
was one was an emerald and one was a.
Right. Yeah.
The gems were different.
So like a +4 would go to a +5, or a 19 would go to a 20.
So a 19 would go to a 20.
Okay. Well, then my other question is: do they require attunement? Not
They
that it
do
really
not.
matters. I'm just curious. Oh.
No.
All right. Then I'm going to ask him how much.
Okay. That's a good question because I didn't even give Branch a price on the.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Bot.
Yeah, Branch was more interested in the massive gem.
Was okay. So hold on, let me pull up magic.
I'll take it as a buy one get one free deal.
Sorry, not how it's gonna work.
Unfortunate.
I wish I had this chart for the magic items in such a better place, but it's.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest pain about running anything in D&D is when I have to sell somebody something.
Yeah. Okay. So, all of the rings are going to be common items, so they're not going to be super rare. Each of them for the one Branch bot would be the most expensive one. It's going to be 78 gold. Let's make sure I mark it down. So go ahead and mark off 78 gold, Branch. I'll have to make the item. The item isn't in the game, I don't think. But I can do that later. And then the other 3 rings are going to be 50 gold each.
I'm buying the 2 dexterity rings then for 100 gold.
Okay, so before you do that, I do want to let you know, so they don't stack on top of each other. You can't buy like multiple rings of the same thing. So like you could do +1 dex, and then if you try to do another +1 dex, it's only going to do it once.
Oh, does he have other stats?
You can ask.
I guess I haven't asked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. Hey, you got anything like this one? I'm gonna point to the emerald one. But for wisdom.
Go ahead and roll. Just roll a d10.
Okey-dokey.
And I will say you have a 1 in 3, or I have to get. You have a 3-number range.
9.
So go ahead and pick the 3-number range if you haven't rolled yet, or else I'll pick.
Oh, I did.
Okay. We'll have to go and roll again. Why not? Go ahead and.
Okay. 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 4.
4. Okay. So unfortunately, he does not have 1 for wisdom.
That's okay. Worth a shot.
Yeah, that's a good question. He does say he can have one made, but it'll take him about a week.
I don't know if this will be here in a week.
Okay. Well, he says, if you want, I can have it made, and then next time you're coming back through town, he says doing that would be more expensive, because he's basically just going to have it until somebody buys it, or unless you come back and pick it up.
I see. Well, this is certainly worth considering. Let me check some stuff. Here's wheel. Let me see if literally anyone else could use one of these dexterity rings, because I have money.
Okay.
I might still buy both of them and commission the wisdom ring.
Well, on that note, Frederick or Camilla, either of you guys want to ask or buy a ring?
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
Done with the shopping at the store. Frederick is basically like zoned out.
Okay. Camilla?
I don't think I have enough gold.
I mean,
But
you
this
might. You
place
just
is
got
definitely on my
500.
job list.
You do have
Oh,
500
yeah.
gold.
Then it was not added in my inventory. I forgot to do
Oh, you doofus. I let you keep it.
Yeah, you remember you threw 2 pieces of gold back at Palamides and then kept the rest.
I lied, I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Ah.
Just for if you guys want to think of other things, he has more than just rings. Like you can buy necklaces, amulets, rings, bracelets, and kind of really anything that you can think of jewelry wise, he will probably have.
Okay.
So don't just think it has to be a ring. If you want to get something that's magical or have him make something that's magical that he may not have, it can be any kind of jewelry. It doesn't have to be, that specific.
Well, then I would like to buy both of those dexterity rings.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 more things here. Bam.
Okay.
Hit that button. First thing, how much would it be to commission the wisdom ring for the future?
So he says it'll be 50 gold for like when he sells it to you. Like if he had one, it'd be 50 gold. If you want to commission it to him, if you plan on being back within the week, it'll be the 50 gold. Otherwise, he says it'll probably be around 60.
Ah, that's not so bad. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. He does tell you that when he does this commission, that if you don't return to purchase it within a month's time, he'll just sell it to the first person that comes in that seeks it.
Can I prepay it? Just pick it up at some point in the future?
Yeah, he says sure.
Does he have a chip
it's like-
reader?
So you can pay the 50 gold, but he says if you wait if you take longer than a week to pick it up, when you come back in, you'll just pay an additional 10 gold.
Okay. I can do that. I might just give him the 60 now, just so I don't have to mess with it.
Okay, totally fine.
So just gonna have that for the future at
Okay.
some point. Let me put that on my note sheet.
Yeah, and then by the way, his name is Tellat, so Tellat, and he's the proprietor here. He owns the shop. With you guys talking to him, you can tell that he is actually the one that creates the jewelry itself. He doesn't do the magical enchantments. He definitely seems to
Right.
have somebody that he reaches out to, a contact that does the enchantments. But he's a master jewel crafter.
And the last thing I would like is a. Oh wait, so I said ring. Could I get that as an amulet? Actually,
Sure.
it's like a nice necklace or something.
Yeah, so it's a +1, we'll say necklace. He does ask, actually, I'll leave it up to you. So if you have any, if you find something online picture-wise, I want the necklace to look like this, he can do it. Okay, and I'm going to mark off I'm going to put in my notes, you paid up front.
I don't have anything for the amulet, but I was finally gonna ask about a platinum ring with a design on it that was just like a pair of glasses on top of a open book.
So kind of like a signet ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won't have that specific design ready right this second, but he can,
Right.
yeah, totally get you one.
Maybe.
Not a problem.
Maybe in a similar time frame to the wisdom ring.
He could actually probably have it done faster than that.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Because it would just be a signet ring, and that's what I'm trying to look up. I think a signet ring is, I want to say 10 gold? No, that isn't right. $5 gold. Okay, so 5 gold for a signet ring. If you want to have it made out of pure platinum, he says the value of it would be worth the platinum increased. So you're probably looking at about 10 gold in total.
Okie doke, I can do that.
Okay, and he'll actually have it ready for you tonight.
Sweet.
So same thing for yours, Frederick. If you guys just want to mark off that you have these in your inventory, we can just say you guys come back later tonight. I'm not going to stress over it.
Coolio.
All right.
I will
Yeah.
do that. Signet ring.
Da-da-da-da.
So Frederick, for yours, it would also be a signet ring, is what he designed.
Signet ring. Okay.
You guys can rename the items in there, and the value, but Calamity's yours would be, I think, what did I say, 10 gold? Man.
Mhm.
So 10 gold value. Frederick, for yours, it'd be whatever you paid for it, which I think was what? I want to say 15?
2.
10? We'll say 10, making life easy.
All right.
However much you spent, because I'm bad with the math and keeping track of those little nuanced things.
I mean, you did say 2, but 10 is
2?
fine.
Well, then 2 it is.
All right. Let's rename that thing to
Bam.
Bahamut's Sacred
I like it.
Holy Ring of Righteousness. Just have it be like a name that's like way too big.
Okay. All right. And then, Camilla, you said you didn't want to buy anything? Or did you want to?
Does he have anything for charisma?
Go ahead and roll a d10, and I'll let you pick 5 numbers, or so 50-50 chance. 5 numbers of your choice, or you can just do high or low. It's up to you.
I'll go high.
Okay.
Why
That
did
was a
it roll two?
D100.
Yeah, I can read
That is higher than 50, so.
Yeah, I mean, D100 will be fine. You got over 50, so yeah. He does. It'll be the same thing, so 50 gold, but he does have a ring with +1. You said charisma, right? Am I not mixing up my stats
maybe I
here?
should have gone for intelligence.
Well, I will say he does have a +1 intelligence one if you want.
No, keep buffing my charisma.
Okay. So that was the one you were going to buy?
Yep.
Okay. So this one, I'm thinking of a cool ring that just popped in my mind. So it's going to be what looks to be almost like a polished piece of mahogany wood. You touch it and it's cool to the touch, and it has that wood texture to it. But the gem that's in there almost is like a perfect sphere. It's kind of like a pearl, but it's got a glowing orangish red color to it. It looks very fancy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Branch, anything else for
Yeah,
you? I know I kind of jumped
so
everyone
much
else too,
Chinese.
but I want to make sure I don't forget you.
No, that's all for me.
Okay. Sorry, Camilla, anything else? Didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope, I think that's it. How much was it again?
50 gold.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Anything else you guys are looking for, want to do? Otherwise, we'll go ahead and move on.
That's all I got, although I have 2 nameless errands to sort of accomplish in the background while we search for the hag.
Okay. Well, what is your other task other than search for the hag?
I needed to go back to the armor shop now that I've actually priced out everything. I was going to pick up the studded leather for 45 gold and mail... Wait, no. I don't have the ring yet. I'll mail the ring later.
Okay. Well, in that case, you guys bid farewell to the gem. Oh my gosh, the merchant here, the gem merchant, or the jeweler. His nephew, his like sister's cousin's brother-in-law, twice removed, all that jazz, kind of rubs his nose, and he goes to shake your hand, and his hand is just covered in like snot and dried boogies. And he's like, well, I'm supposed to say thank you if you want.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now leave so I can go back to sleep. And you hear the person you've been dealing with tell it. He goes, look, I told you to be nice to them. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I guess, yeah. Have a good day. And Tug just kind of turns and starts walking toward the back again.
No answer.
All right, so Calamities, you want to head back to the armor merchant and buy the armor?
Yep. Just a regular pair of studded leather for me.
All right, he sells it to you. He's ecstatic. Didn't think he'd ever sell it.
My God.
Okay, well, so we'll say at this point it's roughly around noontime, maybe a little bit later in the day. Is there anything you guys want to do in the short term? You guys looking to get food or drinks or something else? What do you guys want to do while you browse?
Kill a hag.
Kill a hag? My gosh. What did that poor hag do to you?
You know.
What didn't she do to me?
Oh man, that is a loaded question if I ever heard one. She can do a lot that she didn't do. Okay, well.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll say you guys wander, kind of browse a little bit. Don't find anything too crazy out there. If you guys are going to ask questions about the hag and the merchant, go ahead and everyone roll I'll give it either to you as an investigation or a persuasion check. It's up to you.
I'll go for persuasion.
I'm going to
23.
investigate.
Oh, shit.
Natural 20.
Holy
24
shit.
for me on investigating as well.
Okay.
And Camilla got a
Wow.
27 on persuading.
My God. Guys.
Friedrich had the lowest roll.
Jesus Christ.
Good work,
Okay.
people.
I mean, wow. Okay, well, here is what happens. You guys quite literally stop at this local, tiny little, shop for food, kind of those outdoor restaurants kind of thing. Local persons, they're all talking and chit-chatting, having it's a great day, the sun is out, all that fun stuff. You guys sit down and the waitress comes out, what do you guys want? Helps you pick out some food. You guys will say, get some cherry cobbler for dessert, but you have roast peacock, you have some plate of cheese, lots of fruits and vegetables, and they're like, oh yeah, this is great. You guys start talking about the shop and where Branch lost his tail, and a couple of people walking by stop and they go, oh, hey, you heard about that shop? We're just over there. We went to go pick up a potion and it said the sign was closed. It looks like nobody's been there for a while. And you're like, okay, chit-chatting. Within 10 minutes, more people show up and they're just like, oh yeah, we also stopped by there. Do you know anything about it? Within the half hour of you guys eating your lunch, you guys learn the following, which is everything, God damn it. You find out that the woman you killed, her name was Mistress Darkfoot, and she has two sisters, both of whom run the shop with her. Her sisters' names are Hilda Spotlight and Emma Redteeth. Although a couple of people go are they really sisters? They don't look alike. They don't even have the same last name. And somebody else goes, I never thought of that. Whatever. Kind of weird. And they all just kind of shrug it off like it's no big deal. You find out through everybody kind of chit-chatting and talking. They're upset that the apothecary is closed. It's very strange. But they do tell you that the apothecary is usually manned by two of the sisters. Although it's not uncommon for there just to be one. Every month around the time of the full moons, just a reminder, there are 2 moons above the world of Ashion. They seem to take a trip out to a small isle that's down the southern coast. They're usually gone for a couple of days, but when they return, they apparently have various herbs and plants. They say the boat they come back in, they leave with nothing, but then they come back with not necessarily like small barrels and sacks of herbs and plants, which they turn into potions as far as anybody knows. There is a man down at the docks named Alder Crow. He's a squat, nasty little gnome of a man, but he's the only one that takes the sisters out to this isle that's out there. Everyone describes him as being grumpy and rude and very hostile to anyone other than the 3 women. One person is like, yeah, he's pretty blunt. Another one goes, he is the most insulting gnome I've ever met. He curses worse than a sailor. And he's just as insulting. Someone goes, that means you met him on a good day. He's worse normally. And people are like, he's such an ass. But you do learn one tidbit of information is that this gnome, Aldor Crow, doesn't really do much. He seems to be lazy and drinks a lot. But he prefers a certain kind of alcohol. It's a spirit called the Drowned Duke. It costs about 10 gold per bottle, and that is his drink of choice. You do all notice this, though. Some people, like one person kind of mentions just offhanded comment about special deals that the sisters will do. And everybody grows super silent for a good 2 seconds. Everyone kind of looks at each other. And then they go, oh, yeah, no, what are we talking about again? And people start to move away from the conversation. It's kind of towards the end of it. You do kind of hear, oh, I knew somebody, yeah, who was on 2 streets over. Another person's like, no, he was 2 streets the other way that dealt with something like that and got a deal. Everybody seems to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that made a deal with them and had something happen. Nobody seems to be like, happened to me, kind of thing. Damn you and your good rolls, guys.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
Sounds to me like this island is a den for heresy. I
Sounds to me
suggest
like we should find this gnome and search the den for heresy.
Exactly. And then purge the heresy.
Yes.
In Bahamut's name.
In Branch's tail's name.
For his tail.
Branch? You never told me your tail was called Bahamut. Anyways, I believe we should then make our way and meet this gnome fellow.
This Alder Crow, if I remember.
Before we head out, Camilla is going to try and
I'm gonna try
buy
to
a bottle of this. What was it again? Drowned?
That's
The Drowned Duke, or just Drowned Duke.
Is it expensive spirits or
That's about 10 gold per bottle. So it's not the most expensive out there, but
okay.
it's like it'd be like a bourbon kind of thing.
All right.
I'm gonna buy a bottle for this gnome.
Easy enough. You can ask around with the
Hell
information you got. They point you to, a cellar of alcohol, and they have several bottles of the Drowned Duke for you.
You said a cellar of alcohol, and I was just like, oh, they're just pointing us towards the basement.
No, not a basement. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know what the exact term of somebody that sells spirits, what their name would be.
I do not know.
Now I'm curious. Now I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
What is the equivalent of a cobbler for alcohol?
Yeah, sells spirits.
But you see, I heard the same thing. I thought, like, yep, just go to the basement.
The wine cellar. Here you go.
Mm.
I hadn't even considered.
Yeah. What is someone who
Someone.
sells spirits or liquor? A
Someone.
wine salesman? No.
No. A vintner?
Oh,
Vintner?
vintner.
Vintner. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Vintner?
The vintner can be someone who grows grapes and
Vintner.
sells wine or alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fancy word.
A boozer?
Yes. It's spelled Vintner. Vintner.
I forgot that was a word.
I'm gonna say a
Until just now.
boozer.
A boozer. We'll call them that. They're the boozer. There you go.
Not the boozer.
The local boozer.
Screw it. Local boozer.
Okay. Well, Camilla, you find the local boozer who sells you a bottle of drowned Duke for 10 gold.
Heck yeah. I'm ready to bribe someone.
You're ready to bribe someone. All right. Okay. Well, you guys know from the information that he tends to hang out down by the docks. I won't post a picture of the town in the map again because it's in the chat. But for just kind of a perspective, the southern part of the picture, like the bottom left of the picture, is actually north.
My ass is trying to find that picture.
So it's in the like chat for
There it is.
the voice chat when we do all the gifts and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I found it. I'm so proud of myself. Alright. So, where again did you say it was? I'm sorry, my memory is very short term.
Well, so they just told you he's down by the docks. I would say he's probably down by the Trident Pier.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Then let's go down to the Trident Pier.
Okay.
The docks.
All right. So go ahead and
With that
somebody,
nice
doesn't matter
bottle
who,
of
just
booze.
one of you, go ahead and make a perception check.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
There.
Holy cow, a 20.
Good job, Frederick.
Wow. Okay. It doesn't.
I may have one eye, but it sees all.
I see everything. Okay, so you get down to the docks, and so it's, we'll say, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the ships and people are coming in. You kind of have seen people, like, they're tending to their boats. There's not really anybody going out at this time of day because all of the fishing ships have come and gone. There's a couple of larger galleon-style ships that are sailing up and down the coast. And you guys kind of watch a couple of them pull into the port, some depart. They're mostly merchant vessels, so nothing really fancy about them. A couple people you ask are like, why are you looking for Alder? You kind of don't really give them any reason, like, oh, we just need to find him, talk to him. But Frederick, eventually you find someone that looks to be a regular around here, probably one of some of the merchants or one of a merchant's like supplier. I'm trying to think what the name was, like a dock worker that's probably there. Not necessarily the dock master like you met in Kiev, but somebody that works pretty regularly. And they're like, oh yeah, go down that way, past this fish market, and you'll see this kind of broken down outhouse looking building, and past that and like 3 stalls down you'll find a rickety dock, and he's out there. But you guys make your way out to him, and as you get that way you start to see that this part of town where this this gnome lives, it seems to be pretty run down. It's kind of like the poorer part of the docks. But you do find the end of this rickety dock with half the boards are missing or falling into the water, and the pier goes out about 30 feet. And there's no other boats attached except for one single dinghy-looking boat, probably big enough for the four of you, and maybe not even the gnome included. And there's this 2 pair of feet, just barefoot, hobbit-looking feet sticking out, and it looks like a gnome just sleeping. He's in his dinghy.
Wait,
My goodness. This looks like our guy, Friedrich.
Then I suppose we should talk to him.
I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, just like clear my throat.
He doesn't move at all. You see he's got this kind of like big, long, furry, like red hat. It almost looks like what is it? Almost like a really long cap. So the front of it's got like the flaps down the side of his ears, and it's just this long like wizarding hat. That's just the really cone top part just sticks out, but the hat's just over his face. You clear your throat. He doesn't even move. You see in his boat though, there's like 5 bottles, empty bottles, of booze.
I see you're all finished on booze, eh? We may have more if you help us.
Okay. Are you just talking, or are you like doing anything to wake him up?
I'm just talking. I am very oblivious to the fact he's completely passed out.
Okay. Let's see if he hears you. He does not. He doesn't seem to move or anything. Like as you're done talking, like you're like, okay, a seagull comes and lands on the edge of the boat and just and tilts its head and looks at you, and then pokes at one of the bottles for a moment, and then turns and flaps away.
I'm gonna open the bottle of alcohol and walk up to him and just like hold it under his nose.
He goes, who's got the good stuff? And he kind of grabs it in front of you and just like he's gonna try and grab it, I should say. Go ahead and make, I'll say a sleight of hand check because he's gonna try and grab it from you.
16.
Oh, he rolled a 15. He misses.
Woo!
You pull the bottle away as he grabs for it, and his hat falls into his lap. He's got this big bulbous nose. Let me actually read what the description is for you. Oh my gosh. Yes, he's got this big bulbous nose. He's got these bushy eyebrows that kind of droop down over his eyes. He's got white hair that just kind of mop of a head. And he's got this tufts, like his ears just stick almost out at a 90-degree angle from his head, and they just kind of hang there. They're about 6 inches off of his head. Really big ears for a gnome, but he's got these tufts of white hair coming out of it. It almost looks like they would be his sideburns, but they're coming out of his ears instead. He's got this one tooth that just kind of sticks up. He's not like, he has bad teeth to begin with, but there's this one tooth that no matter how he talks or smiles, it just seems to stick out of his mouth. And he just kind of looks at you and spits. What kind of fucking person does that shit? Taught somebody with the good shit and then takes it from him. Who the fuck are you? Well, out with it. Give me the booze. He kind of scrambles towards you, but you kind of sidestep away. Come on. Fucking pain in the ass. Man, kind of turns around and grabs his hat up off the ground.
Take us to the island the hags go to.
Hags? He grumbles to himself. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Go away. He spits.
Emma Red Teeth, Hilda
Do not
Spot,
play
something
dumb.
or the other. Mr. Starkfoot.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I
Yes,
hold
yes,
the
you
bottle
do.
out over the pier and tilt it like I'm getting ready to pour it into the
He goes,
water.
don't, no, don't do that. He kind of
Looking
like
to
you
kill
see
the
his
shit out of him.
he kind of like reaches for it, like trying to stop you, like he's like jumping, like trying not to jump at you, like this look of terror on his face.
We really want to kill him.
Maybe don't tell him that.
I don't care. Unless he wants to be next.
He kind
You
of
don't
like
want to be next, do you? You just want some booze.
he is not paying attention. He is watching Camilla. Like a drop of the booze lands in the water, and you can see he's licking his lips. Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
he's a man starving of thirst, basically, and you're taunting him here.
Alright, he's lost in the sauce. I don't know why he's lying to us then. You gonna take us to the island? You want your booze?
Fuck! Give it here!
How are we supposed to trust you to take us to the island if you get the booze first?
I don't go nowhere without a drink. The fuck does it matter to you?
I'm climbing on the boat.
Okay.
If we're all on the boat,
That's fair.
at least we'll have a boat. If he doesn't want to take us, then we'll just take the boat.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what?
That's a good plan. Yeah.
Just steal the
I-
boat instead.
It's tough to argue with this, thinking, Camilla.
And I just jump on the boat.
Okay. Like as you guys
I'm gonna
jump in
wait
the
for him to
boat,
get on the
like,
boat.
he rocks and like he keeps his balance perfectly on the boat, even though, but he is laser focused on that bottle, Camilla.
Once we all crowd him onto the boat, I finally give him the bottle.
He goes, he kind of picks it up. My precious. Oh, good, sweet, glorious gods. And he starts chugging it. After about like 30 seconds, he probably chugs half the bottle. And then he just kind of, okay. And you can see a slow grin appear on his face. And then he opens his eyes, and they're wide as saucers at this point for it. And he goes, what? Fuck? What are you doing in my boat?
You're taking us to the island.
I never said that.
I'm going to pull out my rapier. You're taking us to the island. You got the booze.
Fine, sit your tall ass down. Pain in the ass.
Is he
Good.
tall or are you just short?
He's definitely just short,
He's
Branch.
short, so he's a gnome. He stands probably in the boat on top of the seat, maybe like 3.5 feet tall. He's shorter than most dwarves.
Yeah, but the question is this conversation happening in the boat? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are all standing in the boat. Like, it's a dinghy, so the dinghy's big enough for 4 or 5 people. And he's just like, he's at one end of it, and he took the drink, and then he turned around, and you're all in his boat, and he's like, how the fuck did you get in my boat? He completely did not pay attention to it. All right, you gonna sit on down?
yeah.
I will sit my tall ass down.
Okay.
I will sit my taller ass down.
Okay, so you guys all get in the boat, sit down, find a seat. He kind of grumbles, puts the cork back in the bottle, and kind of like he's holding it like it's a babe. Like he's just like, the bottle is the greatest thing ever, and he's, lovingly, like he's even like, as he walks up to one of the oars, he kind of just slowly is like caressing the bottle, like, don't worry, I'll take care of you later. We'll finish and we'll have a good conversation. He's definitely an alcoholic by far. Like,
Oh no. For real?
no, not for real. No, not even close.
I'd never guess.
Never guess. So he kind of tucks the bottle into, looks like there's a set of furs on the one side, and he kind of gingerly puts it down there. And he looks around. You can see he kicks some of the other bottles that are in the down here without it, like kicks them out of the way. He pulls an oar out and pushes it against the dock, removing one of the ropes, and starts to pull you guys out into the harbor and down the coast. Okay, I want everyone to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw here. You got to beat a 5. It's just to see if you like seasickness.
Will I be seasick?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing
No, I
fancy.
won't.
All right. So far, nobody's gotten seasick. Just gotta see if Branch pukes.
Well, it was gonna be me or Branch.
Branch, are you gonna roll? Ah, there it goes.
I got a 13.
All right.
No
so you guys
vomiting?
are all perfectly
What is this?
fine. Like, the water's a little choppy. The tide's kind of going out at this point in the day, but he grumbles to himself a lot. You hear him cursing and screaming. Not really screaming, but cursing and muttering under his breath about you guys. His eyes keep darting to the bottle, like he's not really paying attention. You guys know that this aisle's not like right here. So after about an hour goes by, he kind of stops and just kind of lets the current take you guys for a while. But as he does, he kind of pulls open the bottle again and starts drinking. About 5 minutes later, you hear him snoring. He's sitting in there. He's going, just snoring away.
Yeah, damn. It's a rowboat, right?
So it's a dinghy, so it's a little bit bigger than a rowboat. But I mean, he's using it like a rowboat, a very big rowboat.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna start rowing.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of push him out of the way and take he's sitting at the seat where the oars are.
Then I'm doing exactly that. I'm just fucking. I'm just gonna pull him away.
Okay. As you
Wake him
touch
up if
him
I
and
have
kind of
to.
push him, he wakes up. And, what the fuck are you? What are you doing? Stealing my boat?
So are you gonna get us there, or do I have to get us there?
Get you where? I'm not taking you anywhere. Why are you in my boat? Get out!
Ah. How about no?
Jesus.
I don't have time for this shit. Someone else explain it to him.
And I just sit down and start rowing.
So as you push him over, you have to push him out of the seat. His feet just fly into the air, and you hear this crash of him slamming into the bottles that are behind him. And he just starts kicking wildly. Thieves! Thieves! They've stolen my boat! These assholes taking all my shit! He's just cursing
Someone
obscenities
knock
at
him
you.
out.
I am simply just breathing and rowing. Not a care in the world.
Okay.
Can I try and massage him to calm him down? I'll give him a shoulder massage.
Oh my gosh. So you go to touch him and he just freaks out. He starts insulting your mother, calling her a son of a whore. Starts telling her that she's telling you he's gonna do obscene things with her, and that obscene things have been done to her, and that you're just an abomination. He notices you don't have a tail, and he starts insulting you about not having a tail. But he is worse than a sailor in his curses and insults. You
Dang,
guys
I
are
hope this guy can swim.
maybe.
I think he can swim.
I want to ask.
Not.
Can you swim?
He says yes, But he continues to curse and scream. He's like screaming at the top of his lungs that you guys are stealing his boat. There's no other boats around. No one cares at this point. Like you'd be like, even if people
I'm
saw
gonna
him, they'd probably
look-
think nobody's gonna give a shit.
I'm gonna look at Camilla and just be like, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
Yes. First, which way to the island?
He doesn't answer. He doesn't tell you.
I'm
But I will say,
just
Camilla, since you asked that question, go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. So on a 13, you've noticed that there have been other small, like, islands or isles, like little dots here or there along the coast. A couple of them are, maybe a couple 100 feet off the coastline, maybe a little bit further out. Nothing's really been super big or obvious that could be where they was taking you. If you guys have ever been to, like, Seattle or along the coast, and you see those small little islands kind of off to the side, rocky outcroppings, it's a lot of similar stuff like that. But I mean, you're pretty confident. Like the people described that it was an isle of some kind, with forests, like a forest or trees on it, some kind of grove or something of that nature. No one really comes here, but they're like, yeah, it's not a rocky outcropping where somebody just kind of shows up and be like, hey, look, I found a small island.
Oh wait, can I do something real quick?
Sure, what do you want to do?
I'm going to pull out my spyglass of the Wayfarer,
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Let's go.
and I'm going to try and see if I can find it through my spyglass.
Yeah, so remind me what the spyglass does again? It's been a while.
It just gives me a advantage on perception checks when looking through it at objects more than 300 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check. And actually, I'll go ahead and roll perception. We'll start with that.
With advantage?
You with
Or
advantage,
just normal?
with advantage.
12.
12. Okay. So go ahead and roll a nature check for me here.
Is a 15.
Okay. So how this worked, just so you know, the perception check was going to determine how easy or difficult your survival check was going to be, or your nature check in this case.
Oh.
So you see through the spyglass, maybe 2 miles down the coast, you notice that there is an aisle that looks a little bit bigger. It probably, you're not the greatest at judging the distance since you're not a skilled salesman, or sailor, I should say. But you do estimate that maybe the aisle is probably about a half a mile to a mile off the coast. But it's also the biggest one that you've seen. And you're pretty confident that's where it is. All in all, you estimate the round trip from the isle to the city or the town is maybe an hour and a half. You guys are almost there. Maybe a half hour more of rowing.
All right. While looking through the spyglass, I point at the island and say, "Lano!"
Okay.
I'm gonna point in that direction. Walk up to the gnome guy and be like, "There's another bottle of booze in it. If you tell me if that's the right island."
He kind of hugs the bottle to himself and he goes, "Do you have it on you?"
Well, no, but I'll buy you another one when we get back to shore.
And what makes you think I trust you as far as I can throw you?
Well, you can't throw me very far.
Exactly.
Well, we can throw you off the boat if
Yeah, I
you
mean,
don't
I've
tell
already
us.
threatened you with violence once. I'm not afraid to do it again.
I don't believe you. I don't trust you for shit.
All right,
I
Camilla.
start trying to push him off the boat.
Camilla, let's go, and we're gonna start trying to shove him off the boat.
Okay, go ahead and make a grapple check, Camilla. You have advantage. Calamities is helping.
What do I roll for grapple again?
So you have to make an attack. So it's an unarmed attack.
So unarmed strike at advantage? Question mark?
And you would have advantage on it.
Oh,
You nerd, that's a neutral
there's
roll.
my second.
15.
Okay. So you definitely managed to grapple him. So you guys grab him. So now you're going to try and essentially throw him out of the boat. So to
Yup.
do that, you have to beat his. So what it will be is... Actually, I'm sorry. He would roll for this because he's trying to resist it. Doesn't matter. He rolled a 1 on negativity, on disadvantage. So -1.
Jesus.
Oh
or
God.
You both quite literally manhandle him without any problem and throw him over your heads. Like 10 feet into the water, you hear this, "Fuck you!" These splashes
Could have
into
had
the
more
water.
booze.
As he kind of bubbles up, you see the bottle next to him and the cap had been off, and he goes, "Ah!" And then he kind of looks at you and goes, "Ah! Give me my fucking hat back at least, you assholes!"
I'm gonna grab his hat and I'm gonna put it on.
Oh,
I'm gonna put an L on my forehead.
Okay. You have a hat.
Wow.
Okay.
I hate you.
He continues to scream at you, in the distance as you guys continue to slowly move further and further away.
I'm gonna take my bow out, and then I'm gonna
Oh
aim
my
it
God.
at the hat that oh, sorry, that Plamades is wearing on his head, and I'm gonna shoot it away from the shore.
Ooh, okay.
So you're gonna shoot it out into like the ocean, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand as still as I can to facilitate this.
We'll just go ahead and
Or
roll.
sit or whatever.
I'll give you advantage because Palamides is obviously trying to help you do this.
All right. Awesome.
Please.
All right, Plamades,
Do
just stay
not
still, very, very
Calamities.
still.
Okay.
No
I'm sitting
sudden
still.
movements.
No
It's
sudden
shooting an apple
movements.
somebody's
You
head.
got this.
Okay, a 25.
Oh my god. Yes. Was that a crit by chance? Or was
No.
No crit.
Okay. You literally, it's like you're standing like maybe a foot away from Calamity so the bow doesn't hit him in the face. And you shoot. And Calamities, you're just kind of got this goofy grin on your face. The side tassels of the hat are just kind of hanging loosely on your head. The hat's way too small for you too. It's kind of like putting on a child's beanie, like a beanie Christmas hat. It's like half fitting
Hell
your
yeah.
head, and you just feel it off your head. Your head tilts slightly, and Branch, how far out does the arrow go? Like, what's your range? Your max range on it?
600 feet.
Okay, yeah, you guys just watch this hat just 600 plus feet just out, and you just watch the slow motion into the water. And you see the tip of your arrow
Redrick
kind of
is
sink in,
rowing
and then
with
the
his
hat
eyes
just
closed.
sinks. Everyone go to make a perception check for this.
That is a 17 for me.
15.
That's a 7.
Ooh, Camilla.
Camilla got a nat one. Jesus.
Oh, man. So, Camilla, you're just kind of giggling to yourself. You don't hear. But Palamides and Branch, the two of you swear on the gods that on the wind, you hear the gnome cursing your names.
Well, that's one pain in
Oh,
my ass
no.
dealt with.
Okay. So you guys sit back down and you continue on? Is that what you do?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
rowing that thing, and I'm jacked. Okay, I'm rowing that fast.
You're like, move, we're moving.
I
Row.
don't really take note of the fact that I hear it on the wind, because, I mean, he swears pretty loud pretty often. Wouldn't be surprised.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, I'll say Branch, since you would use the spyglass, go ahead and roll one more. We'll make it a survival check this time.
Ready?
You have to beat a 10, just so you know.
Oh, well, does that nat one work?
Nat 1. No, unfortunately, it doesn't work. It doesn't get you above a 10. Wah, wah, wah. So you guys make it to the island. I will read the description, but you guys do not find a place to put to shore right away. So as you approach the island, you can see that there is a thick layer of mist that clings to its jagged cliffs. The mists surround the landscape, concealing the horrors that you assume lurk within. There are twisted mangroves with gnarled roots that claw at the sky, their branches adorned with the remnants of unlucky souls who dared trespass beneath their branches. The air is heavy with the stench of decay, and you hear eerie whispers that drift on the wind, calling the siren, carrying the siren call of ravens that sends shivers down your spine.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
And then the map has been updated, so you guys can see what the isle looks like.
It's Sea of Thieves.
Now think of that just creepy as fuck.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I'm
what you're
here for
telling
some
me
spooky
is
times.
this is scary.
Yes. Or it should be scary. I couldn't find a scary picture of an island, okay? Forgive me.
No, it's
That's fair.
Use your imaginations. Exactly.
I'll put a black and white filter over it in my head.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, should probably put a token on here.
Looking up scary island sounds on YouTube real quick. Hold on.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Okay, okay. I like that.
I'm
Scary
literally
island noises.
scary island anyways.
The Quarry Lake Island creepy ambiance.
By the way, this
Okay.
is what the hat looked like that you guys shot into the ocean.
Get wrecked, you dumb little potentially a red cap.
How dare you steal the gnome's hat? It wasn't very nice.
He wasn't very nice.
He was not very
Very
nice.
much a gnome.
I gave him a few opportunities to get bribed.
He was not
Chose
going to
not
be
to,
nice to
so.
you no matter even if you bribed him or not. He was not a nice fella.
I mean, he could have taken the bribe and told us where the island was, and maybe I wouldn't have thrown him off the boat. But
Yeah, he's still cursing your name. Still
Yeah.
cursing your name.
he doesn't even know my name.
But like, when y'all had him thrown out of the boat, were we really far from Doolin?
I don't know.
So you were
The
this
question
isle
is-
probably is maybe 4. I'd say maybe we'll say 7 miles, like south of the city.
All right.
So you guys threw him
'Cause
out.
my
maybe
question
5
is,
miles
like-
from the city.
Okay, my question was basically, is he drowning as we speak?
You have no idea. No clue.
All right.
You guys were about 1,000 feet off the coast, so it's not
He'll be fine.
super far. Like you
He'll
could
be
swim
fine.
it.
Either that or alcoholism will catch up with him, and he should have made better choices in life.
Yeah. Probably.
All right. So we're getting off this boat at this spooky island.
You guys got to find a place to dock first, or to land.
True.
We do.
Where do you all want to land?
Anywhere that we can.
So go ahead and who's driving the boat? Frederick, you are.
Sure.
Frederick's
Yeah.
single-handedly rowing this boat.
All right. Go ahead and make a survival check. Branch did not navigate very well through this, unfortunately.
10. 6 plus 4.
I mean, you beat a 10, which is what I was going for, so you
All right.
succeeded.
You
Okay,
see,
so
Branch, I do not need your guidance, for Bahamut guides me.
Jesus.
So I will give you 2 options of where you can land. You can either land on the northern part of the island or the southern part of the island. And then just so you know, each of these squares is 10 feet.
All right.
So they're
Hot
10 by
diggity.
10.
We're landing to the north,
All right.
right here.
All right, well, everyone else, go ahead and put your markers on. I need a boat. I should put a boat marker on there if there is one.
Cat.
The what?
The cat.
Oh.
Branch's icon.
I love how everybody almost got like pictures of their character or something, and then there's me with just that fox. I don't know why.
Why not?
Like I randomly found this picture on my computer, and I was like, "Yep, that's
That's
Frederick.
Frederick."
That's the one.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, there's not even a boat option. That's
Aw.
silly.
That's
Oh, well.
lame.
We came here on a table. It's fine.
You know what? I will put that. No, that's way too big. Holy shit.
Riding the animal.
We rode Gorthok the Thunderbird.
Thunderbore, that's what you
We
did. Yes.
did.
I
going to
channel
rename
my
that.
blue dragon tattoo to summon Gorthok the Thunderbolt.
Gorthok, the rowboat, or the dinghy. There we go.
So the dinghy is like
I think what you
canonically
mean
called
is,
Gorthok, right?
Gorthok the Thunderboat.
Thunderboat, you want to do that one? We'll do that. Why don't we do that? Okay. The Thunderboat.
Just got to change one letter, and there you are.
Oh, there you go. You came in riding on a giant boar that's a boat. In fact,
Nice boat this gnome had.
I'm gonna throw it out there that Calamities at some point you whittled into the boat like a giant boar.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's
Why
where your
not?
boat was or is. So. All right. So where do you guys want to go to explore the island?
You guys just want to check out this? That way. Can I ping?
I don't know if you can
Point. Here we go.
ping. Yeah.
You guys
I was
wanna
gonna say,
check
there
out
should be
this?
a point option.
Seems
you
like
want to
the
get up there? Yeah.
most immediate nearest point.
Okay.
That does seem good to me. Just boop, 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 boop.
All right. So I'll go ahead and have you guys put yourselves right in here. And then everyone go ahead and make perception checks for me here.
Can I perceive? I can't perceive this time. I finally ruled poorly.
Oh.
We get the same.
Oof. Hey, Camilla, holding it up.
Anybody
Let's
get
go.
a 1?
No.
No?
Yep.
Okay. So Camilla, you save a couple of them at this point. So Calamities and Frederick are like, we're going up here, totally not paying attention. And you notice as they're walking, you see a tripwire just kind of hidden under some debris. Do you warn them or stop them or say anything?
Yes, I let them know.
Okay.
I warn them when I
Camilla's
see
just like,
something.
I can take the money if it die.
Okay.
I don't want to have to row the boat.
Oh, that's the smart thing. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably.
Well, then Camilla stops you right as you guys are about to trip it And it's one of those snares that would have grabbed you and pulled you up into the trees.
Oh.
Thank you, Camilla.
All right, so you guys continue on past that. You guys can, I'll say you guys get to, in this area, go ahead and make, actually right down here, you guys make a nature check for me here. Or somebody, doesn't matter who, just one of you.
I suck at that.
I am.
I volunteer
not.
tribute.
Godspeed.
All right.
Please do it.
I do have a positive.
22.
I do suck on it. Oh
come
my
on,
god,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Two.
+7, my god. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I'll do it.
All right. Well, so you kind of get up to this portion of it, and you notice that there is there's a small little opening outside of the brush. Like you guys are on an island, so there are trees and brush and branches and everything all kind of surrounding you. But you kind of open up and find yourself into a small, 20-foot clearing that looks down maybe about 30 feet down to the water below. As you turn around, though, Branch, to kind of go back the way you came, from where you're standing, you notice that the landscape and the trees and the foliage kind of looks off for some reason. And as you move closer, you realize that on the trees, there are these strange vines and herbs that are growing off it that don't seem natural. As you kind of approach, you realize that these are medicinal herbs that are growing. They're not native to the island, you think. Somebody has purposely planted them here.
I eat one.
Okay. It is bitter. You take a bite. Have you ever eaten like raw garlic?
Oh, yes, I love raw garlic.
You put it in your
okay,
mouth and
huh?
you're like, oh, okay, was not expecting that. But that's what it tastes like, is raw garlic.
Someone was here.
I mean, someone probably is here, Branch. It's kind of the reason we came. I hope they are.
How can you tell?
They put all this garlic here.
Garlic, eh? Sounds like some kind of wretched, contemptuous, heretical plant.
It must be a werewolf.
Ah,
Fighting off the vampires.
Yes.
why would you say so?
Because they don't like vampires.
Huh? Enough of your yapping. Let us go and find these hags at once.
Okay. So you guys can head. Let's say you head over to here, the north. As you guys get to here, somebody else other than Branch, go ahead and make a nature check for me here.
I have a
I do
plus
not
one.
volunteer.
Uh-oh. I will sacrifice my plus one.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. You do notice something similar after Branch had mentioned, like somebody's been here. There is hanging from a set of branches. It looks to be either some kind of drying fruits of some kind. You don't recognize them offhand.
I climb the tree, pick one, and hand it to Branch.
Okay. As soon as you
I eat it.
Ooh, okay. Two things happen.
My god.
One, as soon as you pick it, make a Constitution saving throw for me here.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, me or Camilla?
Camilla. Sorry, I didn't specify. So Camilla.
Oh,
Two
no.
things are gonna happen. So Camilla will be first. Branch will be second. So Camilla,
Oh,
Constitution saving throw for me, please.
6.
Ugh. Okay. There is, as soon as you kind of grab onto it, you notice that hanging just nearby looks to be like a voodoo hex like token of some kind. There are like looks to be 3 raven skulls with vines growing through them and twisting, and they're attached to the branch to the one of the trees. There where their eye sockets would be begins to glow for a moment, and you're gonna take some necrotic damage. It'll be
Oh, man.
2d6 necrotic damage.
Yikes.
9 necrotic damage.
Uh,
As this wave of energy washes over you. Branch, you see Camilla up in the tree, like her body tenses. She throws you the fruit, the drying fruit, and you catch it. You said you're sticking it in your mouth. Go ahead and roll a. I'll make it a Constitution saving throw as well.
22.
Okay, plenty
My God.
high. You do still take some damage, but you are not poisoned.
Oh, thank God.
You
I have to
take
use my ointment.
3 points of poison damage is what it would be. But you take a bite of it and then immediately spit it out. It tastes like manure and death.
Wow. Guys, don't eat this stuff. It does not taste good.
Why are we eating the fruit on the spooky island?
You never know
But
what
don't
you
we-
could find.
Calamities. Calamities. Don't waste your time.
Uh, uh,
I know. I know.
He sounds so defeated by that.
that makes sense. Oh my God, did we ever rest after our encounter?
I
with
don't
the-
think we did.
You did
Oh,
not.
God.
God.
Are you? You want to take a rest
Hmm.
on the spooky island?
Can we go back on
Can we go
Gorthok,
on
the
boat?
Thunderboat, and take a
Eh.
nap?
I think we took a nap on Gorthok.
I mean, you can certainly try.
I don't need a nap, so
I feel
Stand
very
watch.
comfortable right here. I'm going to take a nap. That
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
That
no.
fruit has me feeling very sleepy, and I think it's time for a cat nap.
You know what? How about it? You two can nap here. I'm out.
Actually, I'm gonna
Actually,
climb. I'm gonna climb in the tree and take a
Just-
cat nap.
Just go to the boat. Just go to the boat, Branch, please.
Oh, the boat's all the way over there. See the boat? The boat's like
Not far.
Not far.
120 feet away.
True.
Branch, please.
I crawl onto a branch and take a nap.
Branch crawls onto a branch to take a nap.
All right, well, I guess I'm guarding this tree.
Okay. Well, while Branch is taking a nap and Calamities is going, God damn it, what am I doing? What are Camilla and Frederick doing?
Well, I believe we should not all separate, so I'm just gonna gonna get closer to them, and while Calamities stands watch, I'm basically just gonna meditate or something.
Okay. Camilla?
I'm gonna
Wait,
be
what the hell
sad
happened
about
to
the
my-
fact that that fruit hurt me.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can also take a nap, Camilla.
Yeah, I'll try to sleep off the embarrassment.
Okay. All right.
Just keep guarding
So
the two of you.
I do want to have you guys make. Are you guys trying to be stealthy? You guys just doesn't sound like you guys are. You guys are just like, we're good.
I'm gonna try
Hmm.
to sleep in a bush after checking the bush for traps and making sure there aren't any poisonous fruits and spooky raven skulls in it.
Yeah, I probably tried to hide near the tree so I could see if anything was gonna mess with us, but not so I'm immediately visible.
Sure. Okay, so Camilla and Calamities, go ahead and both of you guys make perception checks.
Oh my goodness. Will I roll like shit again? I got a 10 on the dot.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so for Camilla, you kind of look over. You're kind of being super paranoid in a way, looking for stuff. You don't find anything like where you are. You can find a bush, easy enough, some foliage, and just kind of make a makeshift bed. No problems. Calamities, you look around and find a place that you think might work. Go ahead and make a stealth check. You do have advantage on it.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a 26.
26. Okay. You are hiding and you feel pretty good. You kind of do that shift down, kind of like wiggling yourself into a warm blanket kind of motion. And you're like, this is a good place to hide.
Hell yeah.
You just sit back and watch. All right. Since everyone else is pretty much taking a nap or meditating, so for the hour, I'm assuming he's taking a short rest.
Yeah, that was the intent.
Okay, Calamities, make a perception check for me here.
Yeah, it's 7.
7? Oof. Okay. Let me roll for this. Let's see what it gets. You don't spot anything. So about 10 minutes before the hour is up for everybody, everyone's snoring away. Let's see. All right, Calamities, go ahead and roll initiative for me here.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Had a 6, which is a nat 1 initiative. Very fun.
Oof. Okay, I am gonna have everyone else go ahead and roll initiative too. But you guys are all asleep, not paying attention.
$25.
Okay. Zoom in, zoom, zoom, zoom. Yes, an assassin vine is what it is.
Oh
There
my
are
god.
2 of them, actually.
Lovely.
Put the other one over here. Okay, well, so the first one is actually going to go after you, Branch, because it's twisting up the tree right to where you are. It is going to make an attack. Try to grapple you. Does a 24 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. You wake up, Branch, at this point as this vine lashes out and wraps around the trunk with you and grapples you, like pins you to the tree, like to the big old branch. You're like, oh, what the fuck? As you scream out, you are going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
And then it will be...
Could have gone to the boat branch.
Yeah. Calamities, you hear this and kind of look up and you see the vine twisting around the trunk of the tree. It's constricting the tree. You can almost see like the tree is ready to start getting ready to snap or break by how strong it is. Frederick, make a perception roll. See if you wake up.
8.
You unfortunately do not wake up at this point.
Alright. I'm still meditating.
You are still out of it. All right, the other vine gets to go. And let me put this. I'll move it here. This one moves inches a little bit closer forward, and it's going to try and lash out at you, Frederick. Ooh, we got a 14 to hit you.
That will not hit.
Okay. It lashes out and seems to get tangled up in whatever's around it. Like the vine itself, it's kind of like in Jumanji where the vine reaches out and doesn't quite reach you, kind of thing, before pulling back. You're totally unaware of it still. Camilla, make a perception check. See if you wake up.
A 10.
You roll high enough to wake up. You
Oh, heck
hear
yeah.
Branch going, "Oh, fuck!" And you don't know where Calamities is, but you look around and you look up at Branch and you can see the vine twisting around him. You still have your entire action. It was just to wake up for it. So whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna stab the vine.
Okay. So which one were you going to stab?
The one that is constricting Branch.
Okay. So it would be up in the air. Are you on the tree at the moment?
Ooh, I am not.
Do you have a ranged weapon?
I can throw my dagger.
Okay. You can totally do that.
Okay. Mm. It's a 16 hit.
A 16 does hit, yes.
That is extra 3d6. Wait, is that right?
Nice. And then, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Calamities, you'd probably know better than I do. Does she get the sneak attack damage for that?
I
For her
don't
swashbuckler?
think so, because I think Swashbuckler requires you to be in melee range.
It says
I'll
an
check.
attack with a finesse or ranged weapon.
Oh, really? Okay, well,
Yeah.
and they don't have an ally within 5 feet?
They definitely do not.
Well, let me make sure. Sounds reasonable to me. Oh, okay, yeah. You don't need advantage on the attack roll. You sneak attack against the creature if you are within 5 feet of it. No other creatures. Okay, so you are not within 5 feet of it.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Okay, so you can still get the damage, the
7.
regular damage. Yeah,
But you would need
Not the
advantage right now to trigger your sneak attack.
got it. Okay.
Unless... Wait a minute. Hold up. I forget exactly how it's written. Base. You might actually get it, but since Branch is getting strangled... yeah, you don't need advantage on the roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it and is not incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah, so in this case, you don't have disadvantage. Branch is being grappled, so you technically is right there.
And he's not incapacitated.
Yeah. Okay, so you did get a sneak attack.
18 damage. Heck yeah.
Nice. Okay, okay. Mark it down.
I was like, wait a minute. Branch getting strangled to death might be helpful here.
Don't die, Branch.
Glad I could be of use, guys.
I'm sure Camilla is just loving this. She's like, yeah, just stay right there.
Right there. Keep wriggling. Keep wriggling. Okay, okay.
All right, well, Camilla, anything else you want to do?
That is my turn.
All right, well then, Calamities, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna... can I see the vine from where I'm hiding?
You
That's
can
strangling.
see both of them, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one strangling Branch. I'm gonna bonus action steady aim for the advantage, and I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow.
All right.
I'm sitting very
I'm going to
still.
assume a 25 hits.
You know, that might just be a little bit too high, so I'd say it would miss.
Okay, I'll
Did you
get back
just roll
to you on
max?
exactly
miss-
how much damage this is.
It misses and circles back around to
Yeah.
hit it.
9, 12, so that's 28 damage.
Holy fuck. Okay, 28 damage. Jesus. You... It's kind of like when you see in the movies and people shoot the ropes and it cuts the rope in half kind of thing. Like, oh, somebody's being
Hell yeah.
strangled. It quite literally, you shoot it not just towards the branch, which branches on, but it goes in and nearly severs the vine in half. It's still wiggling, but it's in bad shape. It's starting to like if it could scream out in pain, you knew what it would be. There's like I don't know what it's called, but like when the moisture comes out of a tree, like not quite the sap, but like the water aspect for it, it's like that.
Right.
It's just pouring out.
Yep. Am I allowed to vocalize a word?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scream, Frederick!
Okay. Well, Branch, it's your turn now.
So am I still being constricted?
You are. So you're grappled. So you can still move. You can't move, I'm sorry, but you can still attack. So the grapple condition just
Can I
means
cast spells?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're immobile. You can't move. Any melee attacks have disadvantage.
What if I cast Misty Step as my bonus action?
Totally fine. And we get you out of it and put you wherever you want within 30 feet.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I'm going to teleport right next to Calamities.
Okay.
Right behind him. I'm gonna whisper in his ear.
Ah.
Thanks, man.
Sounds good. So as you disappear, what does it look like when you disappear? Actually, so the spell by default says it disappears in a puff of smoke or like whatever. But what does it look like when you cast it?
When I do it, good question. It's more like a slow steam. Like I slowly just disappear and fade, and it's kind of like someone just splashed a bunch of boiling water on the spot, and there's just steam there.
Okay, so it's like kind of an after image is there, and then it slowly vanishes, and it's just made of steam, is what it sounds like. Correct?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's what you guys see. Plim, did you see that? And Branch is behind you, and he says, thanks. As that happens, though, Plim, as you do notice, the vine that was constricting him snaps closed. Like he was resisting it, and it snaps, and you watch as part of the physical branch that's up there snaps in half, and part of it tumbles down to the forest.
Jesus Christ.
Well, so that's your bonus action.
And then with my action, I'm going to aim my bow at the same vine that was trying to crush me to death.
All right, take a shot.
The 22.
Oh gosh, yes, it hits.
And that is 11 damage.
Very nice. Okay, 11 damage it is. You poke at it again with your arrow, and more water liquids come spurting out. It is now the vine's turn, and it just moves all of 5 feet closer, and that's all it does. Hey man, it's got a movement speed of 5 feet, and it can climb 5 feet, but nothing else. Frederick, roll a perception check.
Yes.
You have to beat a 5.
19.
You
I am
wake up.
very much aware.
Yeah. And what do you want to do?
Sitting here like, Frederick! And he's like,
Oh, what the fuck? There's a vine behind me. And I'm gonna just pick up Maelstrom, my two-handed axe, and I'm just gonna smack at it.
Okay. Smack a bitch.
11 to hit.
Ooh, unfortunately, 11 does not hit. No. Sorry.
Because that was a 2 + 9.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't even a 1. So there is that.
at least.
Mhm.
And that is it for my turn.
Okay. Well, it is now the vine's turn. It's going to try to attack you again. Oh, he got a 1. He went from a
Ooh.
19 to a 1.
What I'd really like is to have a 1v1 with that vine, and we're just missing.
It's the world's slowest, stupidest fight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so the vine lashes out trying to get you, but it's kind of those anime moments where it like a vine gets all tangled up in itself, and it's just like into a knot, and it can't reach you. Keeps trying, it just fails over and over. Camilla, your turn.
I'm gonna throw my other dagger.
Okay.
Attempt to. Oof. 11
Oof.
hit.
Ugh, sorry, 11 does not hit. No. Anything else for you?
Nope, that is it.
All right, Calamities, you're up.
I'm gonna do the same old, same old. Steady aim at the vine that I shot already and go for another one.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
So I could do a bunch of damage here. We'll see what the base roll is, and then you let me know if I need to sneak attack here. That's 14 base.
You can do sneak attack. Oh, you're a rogue. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, it changes nothing. I'm just asking, like, should I bother rolling the dice?
Yeah, it's still alive. 14 doesn't kill it.
Okie dokie. That is reroll the 2. That's not better, so that is 25.
All right. It's still alive, barely.
Oh my god.
It's lashing out vainly, but it's still alive.
So it goes.
Oh god.
All right, Branch, your turn.
Let's see. Um, I'm going to walk up to it. Like, not even like 10 feet, right?
So each square is 10 feet, so it would be, yeah, maybe I'll say 10 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to it. And I'm going to try and attack it with my short sword instead this time. Maybe chop the vine in half.
Okay. So I'll put you inside the square, but yes, right there.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits. Can you do more than 3 points of damage?
I hope. Actually, yeah. Oh, wrong dice. There we go. 6 damage.
6 damage. You kill it. You chop it up.
I chop it like a sushi chef. I chop into multiple things.
The quick dash. Quick. Yep. All right, it's dead. 1 down, 1 to go.
We can focus it. Oh, it's about to have such bad time.
Frederick, you're up.
I will attempt to successfully hit
Okay.
Assassin Vine B. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit, yes.
Then I am slapping it with my axe for 12 damage.
12 damage it is. It's still alive and kicking.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at it, and then my turn.
Okay. When you stick your tongue out, it brings it to the vine's turn. It's going to try to attack you, Frederick. It misses. It got a 9 to hit you. And you see
Right.
some of the leaves that are on the like outer edge of it seem to flap like it's spitting, like it's sticking its tongue out at you as well.
My God.
And then Camilla, you're up.
Didn't know they could.
mean, it's a
I'm going to move closer to it and try to stab it with my rapier.
Stabbity stab away.
A 21 to hit.
You know, I told Brand or Calamities this. That's a little too high. So yes, it hits.
And now you can sneak attack again.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Oof. Nice. 21 in total.
Ah.
Heck
All right.
yeah, and that is my turn.
You make some good damage to it. All right, Calamities, you're up.
You know what I'm doing.
I mean, it's a
Do
bow.
24 to hit.
24 hits. So you guys
We're
could beat a 13
dealing.
to hit this thing, by the way. So
Okay. For once, I'm not going to reroll one of the d6s. Okay, that's not any better. So, 26, yes.
26. You are pelting it. It is looking in bad shape. All right, Branch, you're up. Frederick, you're on deck.
I am going to use my bonus action to use Planar Warrior
Okay.
on that vine. And then I'm going to aim my bow at it. And 25 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That's going to be a 7 on that damage. And then plus 8. Okay, cool. So 15 damage.
Nice. Okay, it's still alive, barely. Frederick, bring us home. Kill it.
All right. I will attempt to hit with a 27. Is
Yeah.
27 enough?
Yeah, I think it's enough. Maybe.
Hmm. Is 18 damage
Max
Holy
damage.
shit. Max damage. Yeah, it's more than enough to kill it. How do you want to kill this last vine with your max damage?
It's max damage because accidentally I slapped like the blunt end of the axe and I just
Okay. Well, the
There.
vine squishes and becomes flat, and all the
Yeah,
juices
there.
and all
It
the water
squishes.
just splats outward. All right. So you guys are out of combat. The vines are dead. I will say you guys can take a short rest all the same. So you guys can recover your hit dice and mark off a short rest for you there. Just a reminder for healing on a short rest, you can use up to half of your hit dice to recover health. So in this case, you could use up to 2.
Oh wait, I didn't get hit.
No,
Yeah,
you
if
did
you haven't
not.
suffered any damage, you don't have to use hit dice to heal yourselves.
I mean, I didn't use anything. I just swung my axe around.
I mean,
Okay, respectable
not a
healing there,
bad
Branch.
thing.
Respectable healing.
I'm just not gonna heal, nor do a short rest at all. I'm just gonna be like, okay.
fair enough. Fair enough.
That was-
Okay. So, I want to have. Well, actually, we'll do this. So, where on the island do you guys want to explore next? We're just going to do by. There's only 3 sections left to explore.
3?
Yeah, so you have this
Alright.
one, this one,
Oh yeah.
and this one.
Well, I suppose this one doesn't look like it really connects anywhere. Anybody opposed?
I am not opposed.
Okay.
No.
So
Okey-dokey.
somebody, doesn't matter who, make it a nature check.
Bridge.
All right. That is a 12.
Okay.
6 more than I would have had.
Go ahead and make. No, you don't spot anything on a nature check. But I will say somebody else other than Branch. Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Where's
Does anybody
Feo
have better than a
and-
+1 in that?
Mhm.
I do not.
Okay. Oh, it was almost a 19.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't find anything on that section. There's nothing there.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to go next? The west or the southeast one?
You guys just want to move like this, or do you want to move like this?
How do you want to move?
I kind of figure this feels very much like a hideout spot, so I probably want to check this out first.
All right.
Okay. All right,
Then
Calamities.
let's check this out first.
Go ahead and make a nature check for me here. Actually, I'll give you two options: nature or survival. I'll let you pick.
So what if I got a nat 1?
Got a nat 1.
I guess nature was my better pick anyways, so
All right, for a nat 1, you spot plants. Nothing else.
listen, those plants were spooky. Some of them tried to kill us.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm plant paranoid now. All the grass.
All right, now what I have
I'm watching you.
Camilla, since you were next on the list, go ahead and make a. I will say you can either make a survival or an Arcana check.
Yay.
Holy shit. Is that a nat 20?
It
Yes,
was.
finally.
It legit was. Okay. So as you're walking to so you're kind of. Oh, wrong one. I need this one. So, Calamities and Branch were kind of over here. As they're walking back, you kind of follow up behind them, and you look back at this section, and you're like, something seems funny. You walk up through here, and you don't find anything. It's rather barren. Like, it's just the regular mangrove trees and shrubs. Nothing kind of fancy. There's not even any birds that you notice. There's nothing here. Like, the animals are dead. But you kind of start to head back, and as you get towards this part, you notice that there's vines growing down the side of the cliff, and you push them aside, and there's a door.
Oh,
Yo! Yo!
Secret hideout?
Secret tunnel!
hideout.
Secret hideout.
Time to
Secret
purge some
tunnel.
heretics.
Secret tunnel.
So it's a wooden door. It's about, I would say, maybe 5 feet wide, about 7 feet tall. There are, like, it's a wooden door with metal hinges, but down the wooden planks, it looks like it was grown from vines themselves that make up the planks. There's no handle. There's no like keyhole or anything, but it is definitely a door.
I'm gonna try pushing on it.
Nothing happens.
I'm
Dang it.
gonna try pulling on it.
Nothing happens.
Dang it. Anybody got any other ideas?
I knock.
You knock, and the vines turn, like they kind of wiggle and move, and they slide like snakes down the door, and they form into a clawed hand with a small little bowl in the center.
I'm just gonna.
Is this like a church?
I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, kind of in a sense.
I fucking hate these assholes. This is stupid blood shit again, and I'm just gonna like, I guess, try to slice my hand a little bit and drip a little blood into it and see if anything happens.
You
Oh,
do
I
that?
was just gonna put one of my fake rings into it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you already said you're gonna stab your fingers or your hand. You cut your
Yeah,
finger a
just a
little
little
bit, in this on the spiked claws, and you squeeze a single drop of blood into the bowl, and the door hisses, and the vines retract, and the door swings open.
I fucking hate these evil fucks. I knew it.
Goddamn hags, evil sons of bitches.
Okay, well, we got on the blood door.
In the blood door. All right.
Blood for the blood door.
There's a new map.
Oh shit.
All right. So where you guys are coming in is actually right here.
Oh, neat.
So you guys can put yourselves here. I think each one should be 5 feet, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So what happens is you guys walk in through the door. You kind of walk into a small entry room. It's almost a natural cavern that's been hollowed out here. It's been hollowed out by magic, but it looks more natural. But you walk into the small hole, it's cavern space. You cannot play Zerial. No.
Jesus Christ.
God, no. But you do find there's like a vine ladder that leads downward, and that leads you right to here.
Okay, that makes sense.
But why not play Zerial?
Yeah, I think Branch turned into Zerial
No.
when he went through this.
No, you cannot be Zerial. No.
Weird unintended side effect of the door. I will now be playing Bahamut himself.
Oh, God. No. Don't worry. You can play Bahamut. I'll play Tiamat, and then we're fine.
Exactly. And Branch will be Zerial.
Yeah. I still think Tiamat would kill Zerial. No problem. I mean, Zerial's only CR26. She only has 420 hit points. Tiamat has like 750.
See, but if Bahamut is also on Zerial's side.
Yeah, but Zerial's evil, so there is that. Bahamut would not be on her side.
But no, Bahamut would win.
Okay, but enemy of my enemy.
Because
Tiamat's more
Frederick-
evil.
That's debatable.
I got priorities. The deadlier one, we let them tire them both or themselves both out, and I help kill the deadlier one, and then I kill Zerial.
I think Zerial's gonna just let Bahamut and Tiamat duke it out, and then when either one is weak, she'll come in for the killing blow. She'd rather kill Tiamat, I think, than Bahamut, because that gives her more power in the Nine Hells, or Avernus, because she's the leader of Avernus. So, yeah. Alas, not how it's gonna work. Not how it's gonna work.
What?
Damn.
Sorry.
You tried.
You tried, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so you find yourself in a damp, dark cave. If you do not have dark vision, it is pitch black, more or less.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, got dark vision.
Oh, yep.
Cat eyes.
That was the
God
other
damn
one.
it. Of course someone had to do it.
So I guess the better question, does anybody not have dark vision?
I don't. I'm human.
Oh my god, you basic bitch.
Yeah.
However,
How could your eyes be so standard?
Yeah, so weak. So
they're
pathetic.
not standard. I have a blind eye. That is
That's
like
worse.
not standard.
My special eyes.
Well, yeah,
That
so,
commercial's so old.
yeah, so
Anyways, you know what?
unfortunately-
My eyes are special because there are more dark vision races than like no
They're
dark
not.
vision.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. It's kind of broken.
It is very silly.
I think I
Anyways, I'm
posted
gonna cast light on my belt.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
The rest of you kind of shield your eyes. God, why is your crotch glowing like that? Oh wait, it's your belt.
Ah,
And I'm just like,
glowing dick.
I have it, cock.
Oh God! Don't worry, he can hide it by burying it in something.
Oh god.
Okay. See, this is what Nora's missing out on right now. This is what she's missing out on.
Bahamut dick.
The Bahamut
Anyways,
dick. Yeah.
let us explore this cavern thanks to the light brought to us by Bahamut dick.
Okay, well, so just so you are aware, your glowing belt dick is what we're going to call it here, the belt dick, fills a radius of 30 feet, or 20 feet of bright light and then 20 feet of dim light. So from like where you are to about here is dim light or bright light, and then pretty much around the corner is dim light.
Can I scoop out one of my eyeballs and give it to him?
I mean, unfortunately, no.
You can certainly try.
I mean, yeah, you could try. I mean, you want to dig your eye out, you can. It's not going to, be helpful.
The Volo approach.
Yeah. Which is funny on the Volo thing, because I gave a party one time demonic eye, and the catch is to attune to it, you had to cut your own eye out, and then when you put the demonic eye in, you gained dark vision, like see-through magical darkness, dark vision, and your eye, the one you had pulled out, turned to ash, and you could not return. You could not take the fake eye out anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of cool. They were like, we're gonna sell that.
I definitely would have taken it.
Of course you would.
I mean, well, if you got two of them, because I think if I remember right, the description was your eye looked like a coal, and if you had two of them, both of your eyes would be pools of flame.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. So at the moment, you don't see anything in your field of vision at the moment.
Then let us push forward.
Okay,
Alright. Let's go there.
sounds good. Where is everyone else going? I would say you can go to at least where Frederick is at the moment.
Yep.
I think I will go even further.
Even further beyond.
All
I
right,
can
all
just
right.
hear
Ultra?
Goku yelling.
Don't go past here, Branch. Jesus. By the gods.
I will look further.
Okay, that we can do. Okay, so you kind of walk around the corner and you see what looks to be probably some kind of torture chamber. There are chains attached to the wall, and there is a decapitated body that is rotting flesh on the ground.
Mm.
Yeah.
There is a skull off to the side, just slightly, like in the picture, maybe about 5 feet away. The top half, its chin up, is just skull, but you can see from like the part that has its neck, there is flesh. It looks like there was a clean cut. Somebody cut the head off, and then they flayed the top from the chin up and pulled his skin off.
That's rough.
I hate these things.
I mean, they are hags, so
Yep.
there is that. Branch, go ahead and make a perception check for me here, since you moved and are looking down the hallway.
I have perceived a 13.
13. Okay. So, kind of down this route, you can see there's some glowing light in the distance. It's dim, compared to Frederick's glowing dick belt at the moment. It's just like a kind of like looking at stars in the night sky. There are glittering lights in the distance.
Excuse me, it's called Bahamut Dick.
Bahamut dick. I'm sorry, the Bahamut dick. My mistake.
Alright, so there's some dim light.
There is.
No way.
Is there like any bones or like rocks I can pick up really quick?
Oh yeah, there's anything you want like that. Yeah.
There's this whole
Okay,
forest.
I pick up a skull. I'll say I'll pick up a skull off the ground.
Okay.
Oh,
As you do, like you feel like you pick it up. Like let me rephrase it. How are you picking it up specifically?
I'm like palming it with one hand, like around the base of the skull.
Okay, so you're like Horatio, I knew him so well, kind of thing. So as you pick it up, you're holding it by the neck stump, essentially. The blood that is largely coagulated is just slowly dripping down your arm onto the ground. It's almost like a gelatinous ooze kind of material, just really gross. But as you pick it up, you kind of look at it for a moment, and the jaw kind of unhinges, and then there's two beads of like greenish light in the eyes, and there's a voice that comes out and goes, "Hey, put mine down."
Oh, hello.
Wait,
Uh,
hello, is this thing on?
hey, do you mind if I toss you across? Do you mind if I toss you across the this little hallway? I guess you could call it here.
There's no response in the moment. The jaw's not moving; it's just a voice coming out of it, and then the lights kind of blink in there, like he's blinking, and he goes, "Your mouth is moving, but I hear nothing. Are you mute?"
Do you mind if I throw you across this hall real quick?
He kind of like you see the eyes kind of dart around, like, "What is what it? Huh? Are you okay, lad?"
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Your mouth keeps moving, but nothing's coming out.
Ah, okay.
Well, are you gonna
I'm
say
doing
something?
so I'm gonna do a little charades. I'm going to pick up another skull
Okay.
in front of him.
So as you start to
And
move, he goes, "Ah, quit moving! The world is shaking."
I set him down still on the ground so you can
Okay.
see me like I'm setting up a camera or something.
Okay.
And I pick up another skull off the ground and I act as if I'm gonna toss it down the hallway, and I give him like a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
He's like, "What? You're throwing something?" Yeah. What? I don't. What?
I point at him. I point at the skull.
Throw something. You want throw? Wait. What? You want to throw me?
I shake my head up and down. Yeah.
He goes, "Hell no!"
Hell no.
I look really sad, and I slowly walk to him, very depressed, my shoulders slumped over and my head down.
And he goes, what do you think? You throw me around?" And then he kind of like looks around and he goes, "I'm a living person." And then he sees his body and he goes, wait, is that my body? Wait, am I dead? Oh gods, I'm dead, aren't I? Well, say something.
I
And he just kind of like you can see he can't move his head. He's just like looking around.
I pick his head back up and I try to put his body together as best as I can.
He kind of goes, the world, it's moving everywhere.
Blanche, stop, please.
Well, what would you do, Frederick? I don't know. I'm trying to help the poor thing out.
Let's just not torment him more than he already is.
I'm just trying to help him out. Maybe we can get his body back together. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's no longer. He should no longer be of this world, you see. It must be some foul, heretical magic keeping him here.
Okay. I have an idea, guys. Since he can speak, I'm just gonna throw him across the hall, and then and if he yells about something, then we'll know what's going on. You know?
How about we don't torment him?
I mean, he's already dead. How much more? How worse can it get?
I insist that no.
Well, then, Frederick, I'll let you take the lead on this.
So be it. I'm gonna take the lead.
Okay. So what do? Do you just
But I
leave the
am
head on the
not-
ground there?
Mister. Whoa, what's your name?
Okay, so at this point he's like face down and like halfway in the like down.
Okay, I'm gonna like put him up a little, like, so he can like see.
Okay, so you kind of
Stuff.
sit him upright and you kind of like, ah, the world is shaking. Stop that! You're making me sick.
I'm sorry. All right, and like I put him down.
He
I'm like,
blinks- He kind of blinks at you, and he sees your mouth moving.
is this better?
Oh, great! You can't talk either, can you?
Ah, dang it! I'm like, I do the sign like 1 minute, maybe 5,
Okay, so Branch and Frederick.
and I'll lead the.
Well, I was gonna say both of you guys really quick make just a medicine check for me here.
Is he gonna pull through?
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Well, that's a nat 1.
You are not sure.
I got a 19.
Okay, so Branch, you
For
kind
that
of realize
one, I'll
that
start
probably the reason he
CPR.
can't hear you is it's not you, it's him. He doesn't have any ears.
That is what I figured this entire time.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, he can see you, but that's all. He can't hear you or anything like that.
I just forgot the cannot hear part. That's why I was trying to touch it. Because I have absolutely no memory.
Well, I mean, Frederick, you can leave him there. You don't have to do anything. But yeah, Branch, you're like, he can't hear us. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I'm leaving him there for now.
Okay.
If he's gonna leave him, I want to pick him up, put him in my backpack.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're gonna pull him a mirror thing, just
God.
kind of God of War. You're attached to my belt, kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, is there any way I can have him like not inside so he can still see? Because I feel kind of bad just throwing him in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you have rope, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I have some rope. I'll tie him around I'll wear him like a necklace.
Oh,
It's a little big for a necklace. But I mean, you could do Kratos God of War, attach some rope around his jaw and his neck, and then make a knot so you can hold him.
Yeah, can I do like a strap around my chest, like a bandolier?
Yeah. I mean, it would be a little bulky. The bandolier would probably hang from your hip in this sense for it.
Okay.
A human skull is much bigger than you think. It's not gonna it's like having a watermelon attached to your chest.
Oh, that's fair.
Or a cantaloupe, I guess, would be a more accurate size description, but yeah, I mean, you can totally do that. But he complains about it, but he can't do anything or stop you.
That's fine. He can deal with it.
Okay.
But Branch, what are you doing?
Listen, he could help us later on.
But Remedies, can you help me there? Like, talk sense.
He's just kind of muttering to himself. This head, like he's just like he's very confused. Why you got where you guys are doing with him? Why like he's still? You can tell he hasn't quite come to grips with himself that he's dead, as well.
I'm
Like,
standing far away from the still leaking, dismembered skull.
okay.
This is horrifying, Branch.
I find this to be quite interesting and normal for my behavior, at least.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Shall we carry on?
Yeah, we need to kill the hags so this soul
Yes,
can
this
be
thing
put to
dies.
rest.
Put to rest. Okay.
Ah,
So you guys
I
kind
am no longer sure who's worse between the hag and Branch, but sure.
That's fair.
Not very nice, Frederick.
What you're doing to this poor soul is not nice.
I'm bringing him along either way. He can't hear us. You think he'd feel good about seeing other living things, even though I guess he's not alive himself, and then they just leave him behind?
I was not gonna leave him behind for long. He just doesn't have to see the horrors of the hags.
I'm sure he's probably gotten enough of the horrors of the hags, and now he can help us destroy those horrors of the hags.
It
Fine.
does seem like he lost.
You
And now he can win.
now I can win.
Fair point.
first, he cannot help us. I'm sorry. Second, why make him witness anything worse than what he's already been through?
Frederick, you asked too many questions.
Revenge?
Okay, so you guys can have this conversation as you guys are walking down the hallway.
Sure.
So as you guys get closer to here, you start to hear commotion.
I
you
am
don't even
not
have to roll
amused.
for it. But it sounds like there is 4 or 5 voices around the corner over here.
Send in the head.
You're sending in the head? Is that what you're doing? What are you doing?
We're doing it.
Hey,
That's up to
look,
Branch.
I offered to send in the head earlier, and you guys had a whole fit about that. So
I still don't agree with sending in the head. Frederick had a fit about it. Because it's morally wrong.
since when did we have morals?
I threw a guy out of a boat earlier.
Yeah, and I shot his hat 600
no-
feet away from him.
You
And
threw a red
Frederick,
cap
you
out of
just
a boat.
closed your eyes and let it all happen.
Branch, can you ask the head?
What do you want me to ask that? It can't hear us. I can't ask it anything.
Do you have any way to communicate with the head at all?
Cup your hands around the sides of the skull.
First of all, it wasn't just a guy, it was a red cap. Second of all, it asked for it.
Whoa there.
I mean, do you want to try and communicate with the skull in a different way? You've just been kind of trying to talk to it.
I mean, I'll let you try and communicate with it. Just don't fucking throw it.
I think we can. I'll just take the lead. You know what? I don't want to throw him anymore. Seems like he seems like he's been through enough, and then you guys are just probably giving him anxiety. I mean, look at him.
Skulls look nervous.
I thought you were about to ask if skulls could have anxiety, and I was going to say that's kind of like the entire place it's at.
Yeah. Pretty close.
All right, which way did we want to go? Did we want to go east or west?
So you hear the commotion and voices over here in this general direction.
Okay.
Alright.
It is.
From where you
Stick your
guys
head
are, though, if
around
you
the
look to the
wall.
left, you can see out this direction. It kind of drops down, and there's a river or part of the an underground river or part of the tide that comes in that goes this direction that you can see. And there are bright lights over in these sections in the north.
How about this? I don't throw the skull, but I'll throw a rock nearby. I'll throw a rock like right here. See if I can get the attention of whatever voices are coming from over here.
Okay.
And then I'll just have everyone be ready.
Alright. I'm
All
gonna
right.
try and
Does that sound good, guys?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Branch, if you're going to try and be stealthy with this, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 26.
26. Okay. You throw a rock without any problems. Clank, 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 clank. You guys hear it echo over in that section. After a moment, the commotion stops, and you hear what sounds like the scraping of boots as a semi-familiar looking gnomish creature, looks a little bit different, more fey-like, kind of comes over here, looks around. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
nope.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. So he says something, kind of looks back the way he came, looks around, doesn't seem to spot you guys, and then walks back around the corner, and the voices continue.
All right, guys. Looks like we got some red caps on our hands.
Well, what do you guys want to do about that?
Are you gonna shoot their hats off again?
We could lure them
Possibly
Shot at 'em.
something a little lower than their heads.
back. Something that glows?
Mm.
Well, Branch, if you want to lure him back, if we want to fight him, we could try again, and we could shoot when he gets back.
Do you have any traps we can set up? I have like this hunting trap.
Oh, if you
I'm
want
gonna I'm gonna set up this hunting trap
Okay.
like right here. Is that
Sure.
possible?
Yeah. So let me look. Hunting.
Here I go.
Hold on, hunting trap. Okay. So I'll have you keep your save that you already did. You don't have to. You're like stealth. I don't have you roll again. Are you gonna do the same kind of throw a rock and see if they notice?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to shake the skull a little bit, rattle him up, and have him make a little bit of noise, so it's a bit different than last time.
Okay. Well, I mean, you start kind of shaking him about, and he goes, "Ah, stop! Quit making the world turn!" They definitely hear you. So you put the trap. I'm trying to click where it is. Right here, correct? Kind of right in this area.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So after that, you definitely. I don't know if I could click on the guy. Apparently not. He moves there for sure. Let me roll because he has to make a dex save or avoid the trap, which he does not. The trap
Ha!
goes off. And you
Hell
hear
yeah.
this, ow! This is the snap, and he takes some damage.
I laugh when I hear it go off.
Okay. As he is screaming in pain, his couple of his friends show up, going, "What's going on?" So you can see there's at least 3 of them, maybe 4.
All right, now I take the skull off around my body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and toss him over here.
Okay. Go ahead and make just make a ranged weapon attack. So it'd be just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
All right.
Frederick glares.
So it's a 9 plus 5, so 14.
Okay. The skull flies through the air. Ah! Over the red caps' heads. All 3 of them kind of looking down at the trap, going, "What the fuck?" And then they all look up and they all watch this head sail right over them. And it's this slow motion that you just watch their heads all turn and follow it. The skull goes against the stone and lands roughly about where you aimed, a little bit further. And he goes, where am I? Why are you doing this to me?
All right, guys, that's our chance. Let's go in.
Jesus Christ. I guess I'm gonna try to sneak up and take a shot.
Okay. As you sneak up, you see a 4th one kind of walking towards the skull. He gets to there, but everyone go ahead and roll initiative. And then just so you guys know, we'll do this round of combat, and then we'll be done for the night. We'll pick up the rest next
All right.
time.
Heard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
wait,
yes.
I forgot I had a
natural
plus 10.
one.
Nat 1.
21.
Ooh.
2 nat 1s?
No, you had a nat 2. Branch had a nat 1.
All right, well.
Oh, wait, yeah. For Jesus Christ, that's so bad. Well, I'm
It's
fast.
rough out here.
It is rough out here.
Bye, Calamities.
Let me mark their names. But, Calamities, you are first.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my classic steady aim, and I'm going to take a shot at the Blood Sage.
Ooh, okay. So the only way he looks any kind of different, so all 3 of them, or the 3 that you can see, just description-wise, they have the red hats, the big burly mustaches, the bad teeth, the the brow over their eyes. They look bitter and angry. The 3 look the same. The one in the back, the one looks a little bit different. So the 3 have sickles. The other one doesn't have a sickle. He looks to have some kind of like short sword or something of that nature. It's kind of hard to tell. But instead of having like the same bushy beard, his beard looks to have been singed a bit. And he kind of is wearing a set of robes almost.
Different means bad, so
but yeah, go for it. You are up.
25.
Oh yeah, you most definitely hit him.
Okay, that'll be at least a 23. Let me see if it goes any higher. Nope, it'll be a 23.
Woof! 23.
Yep.
Okay. You shot him as he was bending down to pick up the skull. Or shot him right in the ass. And he kind of jumps. Okay, anything else?
No, that's what I got.
Alright, well then the rad cap letter B sees the arrow go by. Make sure I put these guys in the right spot. Gotta be in the squares. He turns, looks at you, Calamities, and is like, what? Draws his sickle and is going to move. 20, I believe. I think it's as far as he can move. Oh, he gets 30 feet. Wrong one. He runs forward to you, Calamities, and is going to try and attack. Oh, shit. He rolled a 1. Let's see.
Let's go.
Okay, he loses all of his other attacks, but he misses completely. He kind of stumbles over himself before getting to you. But that's it. He doesn't do anything else. Letter A, it's his turn. He is in the trap. He's going to use his turn, his action, to make a strength check to try and break out. He failed. He rolled a 2.
Woo!
He is still stuck. All right, Branch, you're up.
All right. I am going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use that to dash straight to the Blood Sage in the back who's about to pick up the skull
Okay. So
and attack him.
real
my
quick,
short-
just so you know, when you run past the other 2 red caps, they will get attacks of opportunity on you. Or like Zephyr Strike
The
cancels that. doesn't it?
Zephyr Strike, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Dang you! I'm shaking my fist in the air as I say that. Okay. Go for it. I'm going to put you here because you be... we'll say here. You have to be in the square. It's picky.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm picky, I should say.
I understand.
Make your attack, my friend. Ruin
It
his
is
day.
a 23 to hit.
23 hits. God, yes, it hits.
Okay, now time to roll the damage. That is 9 damage plus the Zephyr Strike is 6, so 15 damage.
You kill him. Very nice.
Yes!
Suck it!
Okay, he's
Magic's for
gone.
bitches!
As he dies, he drops the skull to the floor, and as it falls, he goes, "No!" Clunk clunk, and then you see the body of the red cap kind of land partially on top of the skull, and you hear this muffled,
God.
"Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of my
Jesus Christ.
My bad, man.
mouth!" Okay, that brings it to Camilla.
I will move here, and then I'm going to attempt to use my short bow to shoot Redcap B.
Okay. Well, you guys are
25 to hit.
out of the... Okay, so we'll put in the squares, please. Makes it easy. 25 hits, though, by the way. 25 hits.
And
9. Okay, don't forget you get your sneak attack, too.
I do. I'm right here.
20.
Nice. All right, I gotta start
Thank you.
increasing these guys' health because you guys are getting... It's a little too powerful here. Just a little bit.
Sneak attack cranks damage, baby.
Mm-hmm. Anything else for you, Camille?
That is Yep, that's my turn.
All right, sounds good. Nice hit. All right, it brings it to Redcap C. He kind of was like, huh, what the fuck? And he kind of just turns to you, Branch, seeing you there. You were quick as lightning.
Branch is looking like the profile picture at him when he
Yeah.
turns around.
Yes.
He's going to make his first attack on you, Branch. He got a 22 to hit you.
Oh my.
Ow.
Okay, you take 9 points of damage.
Ugh.
And then he's going to attack again. He got a critical
What?
nat
Oh,
20. So you're
God.
going to take 18 points of damage on the critical.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And he's gonna do it. He's gonna try and stomp on your face with his iron boot.
Oh.
God.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I'll take it. He got a 15 to hit you.
It doesn't hit me.
Okay.
If I'm unconscious and he can't hit me.
Well, he stepped on your
Oh,
armor or
Jesus.
whatever. Tried to step on you and totally
Sorry.
like. It's like he did to Frederick way back when, the character that wouldn't die, with the shield and the bugbear. Just can't seem to stomp on you just right. All right. Frederick, you're up.
All right. Well, I believe I will walk up to Redcap B and say "Cha-chow."
Okay.
Nothing to chow.
So that's
Oh, no.
27 to hit.
Definitely hits.
The devastating Chichow.
To chow is
Oh,
devastating.
and that's minimal damage, so 7.
All right. Well, you know what? It gives him a chance to, fight back a little bit. 7
Yeah.
damage.
Overrated.
Overrated. You say that now. But not for me, it's not. Okay, guys? It's not okay. I want my enemies to do something. All right, Calamities, you're up. What do you want to do? Top of the round.
I am going to bonus action disengage.
Okay, sweet. Do it.
I leave.
Goodbye.
Let's see here. What is my base? 30. Okay. I'm going to activate Feline Agility to get my 60 feet of movement instead of 30. I'm going to get over here to Branch.
Okay.
Use my action to administer a potion of greater healing.
Ooh. Very nice.
Move. So, Branch, you get 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. So 48? Just kidding.
No. It's not that powerful.
Depends on where the parentheses are.
That's true.
Alright, so that's 14 plus 4, so 18, huh?
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. That's actually only 2 off of max.
Calamities,
Thank you very much.
as you're feeding Branch the potion, you hear the head underneath the red cap body mumbling. You hear something about blood and how it's gross and nasty.
Oh. If I had any sort of action economy left had, I'd help you out, but sorry.
He doesn't respond, unfortunately. Still can't hear you. All right. Well, red cap.
Well, let's see here. So I still have some movement left. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get here and flank Red Cap B. And that's that.
Ooh, okay. Well, it would now be Red Cap B's turn. He is going to make his first attack on Frederick.
Ooh.
You got a 15.
That will not hit.
Not it. Okay, he's going to make a
Sweet.
second attack on you, Frederick. You got a 23 this time.
That is probably gonna hit, yes.
Okay. You take 9 points of slashing damage. And then
Youch.
Calamities, he's going to turn and try and backhand you with his sickle. You got a 24 to hit you.
Jesus Christ.
9 points of damage.
Good God. 3 attack looking motherfucker.
He's a quick little mofo. I mean, he's only like 2 foot nothing. All right, Red Cap A. Can't get to anybody. He's going to try vainly to break out. Ah, okay. He used his action to break out the trap. But that's it. He can't do anything else. Branch, you're up. Camilla, you're on deck.
Ugh. All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna look Red Cap C dead in the eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him I'm the captain now.
All right, Captain. What are you doing?
I'm going to. I'm gonna take out my dagger. I'm gonna aim for his throat. I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
That's 10 damage.
All right. You stab him, and it kind of hits almost into his jugular. There's this spray of like deep burgundy red blood, and it just sprays all over your fur. And he's still alive, still kicking.
Really quick, where is the skull on the map?
So the body of the other guy in the skull is right here.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. You can hear it. You can hear the mumbled voice underneath. It's kind of stopped mumbling so loudly. It's just more of like, is anybody there? What's going on? Kind of thing. But that's it. Anything else you want to do?
Um, no. Nope, nothing.
All right. Camilla, you're up.
Is an 18 hit Red Cat B?
An 18 will hit, yes.
Woo.
Respectable.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, so 6 for the short bow, and then 8 sneak attack. Not quite enough to kill it, so it's still alive. It's just pin-cushioned looking thing. Anything else?
I am going to move to here.
All right, perfect.
And that is my turn.
All right, so Red Cap C, it's his turn. All right, Branch. He's gonna kind of look at you, kind of annoyed that
God.
you made this blood spurt out. He's gonna try and attack you. He misses his first attack. Second attack, he got a 16.
That hits Branch. He's in the bathroom.
Okay, so he'll take 9 for that, and then the third attack is a miss.
Oh, thank God.
So all right.
He's down to exactly 9 HP.
Yeah, we'll let him know when he gets back. Okay. Well, the sage guy can't go because he's dead. Frederick, you're up.
All right, Red Cat B. When I said chow, I meant it. 15 to hit.
Except now we're flanking.
15 hits. Yep.
Come on, 12 to damage.
You kill him. He had 4 hit points left.
Thank God.
He is gone.
All right,
He is no more.
gonna run to Branch and do a little special thing called War Priest. Another attack.
Ooh,
This
okay.
time on Red Cap A.
Got it.
That's 20 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and that's 8 to damage.
All right. It's a nice hit. He's kind of just pulled the trap out and pulled his foot out of the trap. So his leg is bleeding. He has a metal boot or iron boots on, but you can see that the boot on one of his legs is kind of crunched in. And you just walk up and smack him with an axe. It's not very nice. How would you like it if somebody walked up and smacked you with an axe? How rude.
Would love it.
A little bit. Well, you know what? Unless you have anything else to do, it's going to be Polemity's turn.
It will.
Oh, Polemity's bring the heat.
I am gonna go for Red Cap C with a steady aim shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. 28 is a little iffy. You know.
You know, I told you if it was almost 30, it's not
Okay,
going to hit.
well, I'm gonna reroll that real quick. Oh, that's a very nice reroll. Okay, so that's 16 base plus. Okay, 24.
No, nope. Too much damage in what time? Too much. Not acceptable.
You healed him.
Yeah, almost. You did so much damage, he felt it, and it was good. He enjoyed it.
Oh, Piercer.
All right. Well, he is still alive, but he is in bad shape. Not only is it's like there a gash and a piercing wound where he's just gushing blood out of his throat all over Branch. He now has an arrow sticking out of his back right into his spine, and you can see his body's like trembling as he's trying to hold himself up. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
All right, Red Cap A. He's going to turn to you, Frederick, and says something in Sylvan. You're probably confident that it's he's cursing your name or maybe your mother. You're not really sure. Could be your father, even.
Could be.
Probably both.
Maybe both. He does attack. His first sickle attack is a 25 to hit. You take
That
9 points
will.
for that.
All right.
His second attack is a 2. He misses.
All right.
Third attack. That's 17.
17 misses.
Ooh. All right. How about that? He just slams into your shield. Right off.
I don't have a shield.
Ooh, it's the Bahamut shield. We'll say that ring you're wearing now. That's what he hits. And
By the grace.
there's a shield on that Bahamut ring. That's what it was.
It's
Cool.
true. It's true. That's what it is.
Yeah. All right, Branch, you're up. Make us proud.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to cast my. Oh wait, no, he just shot Red Cap C, right? Not Red Cap A.
I did shoot Red Cap C.
Yeah,
Red
very
Cap C
good.
is almost dead.
All right, perfect. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take another shot with my dagger,
Okay.
and that is a nat 20.
Oh,
That's a crit
fuck.
Crit him.
with 9 damage.
9. Okay.
Crit him for normal damage.
I'm going to give it to you. Oh, did you roll? No. You did roll crit damage. You crit him. He was close enough. You kill him. How do you want to kill this Red Cap?
I'm going to stab my dagger into both of his eyes
Ooh.
and turn it into like a little kebab
Oh my god.
and then feed it to him.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's gross.
Branch might be evil now.
Yeah, I mean, you're a little twisted there, my friend, but gross. But he is very, very dead. Very dead. The rest of you kind of see this, and you're a little worried for Branch. You're a little worried.
Yeah.
Maybe losing his tail
Yeah.
did something to him. Maybe
Yeah,
Frederick was
it
right.
kind of seems like it. Maybe we should kill those hags sooner than later.
Yeah. All right. Well, Branch, unless you have anything else, it'll be Camilla's turn.
Can I use my bonus action to pick up the skull?
Sure. You kind of pull the rope that is attached, and he kind of lifts up. His head shakes a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, you're back! Oh, wait! Oh, behind you!" And you kind of look over your shoulder, and you see the other Red Cap and Camilla. Your turn, Camilla. What do you want to do?
Flank, 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 flank.
I'm gonna move up to here and attempt to stab.
Okay.
Oh god. Does an 11 hit?
Well, if you're flanking, you have advantage. Like, I will say I'll move you to here. This gives you flanking for sure. And a 16 hits.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that it?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Some good damage. Not enough to kill him, but you stab him multiple times in the gut. He's a little bit shorter than you are, not by much. But as you stab him, his hat starts to fall off the back of his head. Anything else for you, Camilla?
Nope, that is my turn.
All right. Well then, Frederick, you're up.
Yes,
Bring it home.
I
That
am.
Frederick's flanking. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I can hit it, I think. 21.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, 21 hits.
Thank God for advantage again.
And 8 damage.
He's still alive.
Damn it.
Barely. You gonna let Calamities have it?
Yeah, I
He
guess
should
I
have
will.
died when he had the chance.
Calamities, top of the round. Bring him on, Mike. How you gonna try and...
That's a 15.
You hit him! You needed a 14.
Thank God. I'm gonna deal 22 damage.
Well, he only had 6. So...
Well, he can suck it.
How do you kill him?
Oh man. Let's see. I'm gonna say I crouch down for the steady aim
Okay.
and just send like this fucking massive longbow shot from like 15 feet away up through the bottom of his jaw to pin his hat off his head.
Okay. That's what happens. And he falls over dead. You guys are out of combat. Very nice, guys.
Yippee.
Yes. Well, congratulations. Nobody has died yet. And you're almost to the hags. You're almost there.
Does anybody have healing?
Well, we will do the healing and all of that later, along with the loot.
Fair enough.
They do have some stuff.
Oh shit, okay, cool.
But we'll cover all of that in the next game.